There we are. Hello, everyone. We are the Lost Caravan RPG. We do one shots, we do mini series, we do long running campaigns. If it's TTRPG, we pretty much do it all. Tonight, we are playing a game of Lancer in our Stealing of the Hearts mini series, where we decided to throw out all of those amazing rules provided to us by the Lancer rulebook and say, nah, we'll just do it ourselves. And for some reason, it's working. But before we dive into the specifics, we have just a few announcements to get to. The first being of two sponsors. Tonight's stream, that is HeroForge.com, which is what we use to make all of these cool tokens. Mainly, it's where you can go to make really cool miniature models and get them sent straight to your. Our other sponsor is Epidemic Sound. As I go ahead and play here, super loud. Here we go. Epidemic Sound is what we use to get all of our royalty-free sounds and sound effects. I have a link for both of them, but if you use our link for Epidemic Sound, you get 30 days free access to the entirety of the site. At the end of the 30 days, if you decide that you don't want it, you don't need it, you can cancel. It doesn't cost you a penny, but if you decide to keep a subscription, it does go to support us. And we heck and love you for it. We also have a website now. We have merch, we have t-shirts, we have cups. They're very cool. We're adding lots more stuff in the future. But if you want to support us in that way and also get, a really cool looking shirt, which I'm not wearing at the moment because it's dirty because I wear it all the time, we absolutely love it. And you can find us there at just lostcaravanrpg.com. All right. I think that's probably it. Yeah, this music is way more sad than I wanted. No.
Oh, make it sad. Do it.
There we go.
It's foreshadowing.
That's not a vibe
Everything's
to start
fine,
with, Kit.
and it'll-
That's not a vibe.
Everything is fine and will be great and awesome, and we have nothing to worry about.
All right. I'm gonna go around, give my lovely cast and crew a chance to introduce themselves and their characters, and we'll just dive on in. So clockwise, starting for me. So we're starting with Anna.
Yes, I am Anna, aka Archival Dust Bunny, most places on the internet, queer and trans advocate, museum worker, TTRPG streamer, and podcaster. I am also the associate producer for Response to Omnicron, a Lancer actual play podcast, and the lead producer for Emergent Code, an upcoming Animon story podcast. If any of that sounds interesting, from me on Twitter and most other social media at Archival Dust Bunny. And I'm playing Adeline, call sign Grace, the support controller of the group. She pilots a swallowtail with a little bit of goblin mixed in.
Heck yeah. All right, so then down to JD.
Hi, I am JD. I can be found on most social media at JD Not Jason Dean. I am often with Live from the Apocalypse as a cast member and sometimes GM. And tonight I will be playing Sawyer, call sign Scarecrow, who has been with the Resistance as a former spy and has just made that known. So we're going to see how that plays out. And he pilots Pegasus. That is a truly horrifying abomination with lots of guns.
All right, over to Jason.
Hi, I'm Jason Pryor. You can find me at Otter Poet on Twitter. I'm a writer, game designer, and general curmudgeon. Tonight I'll be playing Noah 1, they, them, call sign Shadow, and they pilot a Nelson brawler / war pipe swinging absolute nutball. So,
Heck yeah. And over to Kit.
Hello, hello, hello. I am Kit. You can find me on the internet at KitRoll or on Twitter at KitRollCause, same way it's spelled somewhere around here. And I have a lot of exciting things coming up, some of which you'll have to keep an eye on Twitter for, as they will be being announced relatively soon. But later this month, I will be back on the 15th for some Apocalypse Keys, and on the 22nd for some Triangle Agency. So, come hang out, stick around. It'll be great. Tonight, I will be playing Elliot Graves, call sign Stitch, pronouns he, they. and they are an NHP programmer turned sort of drone pilot hacker by necessity. Yeah.
Speaking of Apocalypse Keys, if you didn't watch the first session of that, we were bawling on camera, like
Starting
all
off
of
the year,
us.
right?
You could see the moment when one by one we all just started breaking. It was just,
It was beautiful.
it was pure
truly.
gold. And then last but not least, up to Steve.
Hello, I'm Steve. I do these things sometimes. So I am one adventure removed, so I'm very happy to catch up and hopefully not completely trip over my own feet. Relatively new to Lancer, but last time was very, very fun, and I'm looking forward to another fun session. I will be playing Conroy Vargas, call sign Dead Man Walking. He's piloting a GMS Everest with a little bit of Tortuga mix in, and by a little bit, I mean a big F-off shotgun.
All right, and of course, I am Andrew, your games master for the evening. And for most evenings around here, although you are going to see a bunch of friendly faces behind the GM's chair in the coming weeks, because we got a bunch of great people that want to tell a bunch of great stories, and I'm here to support it. Almost got through it. Almost. All right. Suppose should jump into just a little bit of recap. Get us all caught up to the situation. Last time, we had some downtime to contact some old flings, some old enemies, some old handlers, and do a little sprucing up our gear, our equipment, our weapons, our mechs, and ourselves in some cases. Noah still either fortunately or unfortunately feeling the effects of whatever that nanovirus was. Seems to be perfectly healthy and not contagious. I believe that Elliot tried to do a little research into the other canister you found, and they were very rude and weren't giving up anything.
They were so mean to me. How are nanites so mean? Who taught them to do that?
I think at one
Who raised them
point
like this?
they formed themselves into a middle finger just to mock you.
Yeah, that did happen.
Just rude.
But well, one of you was followed back to your warehouse, following him with former handler or current handler, depending on how you look at it, with a small squadron of wannabe freedom fighters coming to you to offer their aid. You let them in, decided to give some prudence to what they were saying. Their families owned an older manufacturing plant for defense parts. They did make mech parts, though a lot of it was now considered outdated. He said most of those goods were being moved very soon. Wanted to get them, would have to do so quickly. So, leaving one of your numbers behind to guard them, so they didn't burn your hideout down, you all ventured off, found the warehouse they were speaking of, subverted an ambush by some very good rolls getting there, which bought you a few rounds of searching more or less unimpeded. And if I recall correctly, you all made out like absolute bandits. We had a 1 in 4 chance of getting what you were looking for, and I think we rolled well over half fours, which was incredible.
Considering one of us nearly blew up. I don't know if it was that great.
But you
But
didn't.
okay, but almost.
Yeah.
But we didn't die.
That's what I always say.
Nearing the end of this salvaging expedition, warehouse itself had the power shut down, and all of the monitors flicked on with one lone figure. An older gentleman, military uniform. Unsure if he could actually see you, but he was certainly staring into the... He warned you all that the course that you're on is going to lead to your deaths. Turn yourselves in, things would go easier. I believe you then tried to send a Trojan virus of the futuristic adult archives that you got off one of the computers into their system, which they did use, they accepted, and then used as an opportunity to send the virus of their own, which you managed to isolate and then here. Turn to the sewers, made your way. I believe that we can simply pick up as you are climbing your way up out of the sewers back into your warehouse, unless there was anything you wanted on the way back. Then, one by one, mechs get elevated up into the warehouse. The handmade rope and pulley system is slow but quiet, and it hoists them all up, places them on their appropriate hangers for repairs, and then seals itself. Airtight, soundproof, hopefully unnoticed. Conroy, as others arrive, you have now been, we'll call it what it is, babysitting for a couple hours. And I believe it was Elliot that gave young recruits a puzzle to work on.
This is a strong word. So is puzzle.
Do you remember what it was?
It was just a broken piece of equipment that we told them to fix, mostly to keep them busy. But if by some miracle they got it working, more power to them. They're not going to.
It's less that they got it working, or that they took it apart and just built something new. They are smart. They're capable. They have, all of them come from families of lines of engineers. So they can handle themselves. Kind of.
Elliot is more impressed than they will admit.
They basically turned what would have been, a pneumatic limb into just a small, about foot tall, just voice activated little companion. It's simple, it's as rudimentary as you can get with the tools and the parts that they were given. Works.
That's adorable. It's adorable and functional. We love to see it.
Conroy, would you have interacted with them at all while babysitting?
I think he would have, especially if they're kind of green. How like idealistic are these recruits?
What do you mean?
Well, like, are they super fresh-faced? Like, have they seen much in the way of actual action?
No. They come from families that owned and worked in factories, and when their parents disappeared, they somehow managed to track down Sawyer and follow him here. They have never even been close to actual combat.
Okay. In that case, as they're doing their nerd thing, Conroy would probably be telling them war stories. And not like, oh, I remember when. This is like Vietnam War stories.
Oh, God.
Of like what it actually means to be a part of a fighting organization and sacrifices that entails.
Are you trying to pull a move here, or is it simply just testing their mettle?
Just testing their mettle,
Okay.
seeing if anyone like. Yeah, he'll tell them right away, like, you want to back out? I can't blame you. This ain't a good life.
Probably doesn't help that I told them I'd shoot them through the sternum if they ever did anything wrong.
Yeah, there is one that starts to get fidgety and looks at the others, and you hear this hushed conversation. We don't belong here. These are mercenaries. What are we even doing? But the others would seem pretty resolute. One of them even got a natural 20.
Right. That's good to see.
But eventually, hear that's buzzing, letting you know that you need to unhook the trapdoor that opens up to get everyone's accents, signaling that your team is.
Okay. Yeah, Vargas just goes, all right, try not to blow anything up. I'll be right back. And yeah.
One by one, your mechs are raised into the room. Everyone seems to come back. Sound.
We're alive. What's the haul?
Considerable.
It's a lot easier than we thought it would be.
Good.
These rolls.
Any hiccups?
I'd leave that to Miss Adeline.
We had some engagements, but we handled them. The military is on to us, of course. There was contact there, but
Figured as much. Any faces, names, rank?
looked old, like a general.
Figures. Well, there's knowing about us. There's actually doing a goddamn thing about it. We'll see where we stand.
Must be making an impression if somebody that high of rank took the time to talk to us.
It's almost like a compliment.
Huh.
If we're being
Almost.
honest.
Maybe, but then again, most of the generals I know don't have much in the way of time to do anything except sit on their ass and ask the oh so wonderful corporate overlords for more money.
So what I'm hearing is we're becoming a problem.
We're always a problem. Now we're a problem worth doing something about.
Especially after today.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, how are the guests?
Well, about as green as fresh cut grass, but for the most part they're okay.
How badly did they blow it up?
Well, I'd be lying if I said there wasn't a spare bulkhead around just in case I need some extra shelter, but actually they built something.
They built something.
They built
They
something.
built something?
They built
They-
something.
Alicia's gonna like walk over. Like, I do not trust this one bit.
They definitely trashed what probably was a decently valuable piece of scrap. But
It's fine. It's fine. Did they build something that's about to blow up?
when you step in the room or step in the doorway at least, staring in, and they're kind of in this half huddle. What you could overhear would basically, to what extent do we want to have? How involved do we want to be? How do we actually?
I think Elliot will like sit and listen for a second. For like as long as they can.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
after a few moments, when they see you in the door, they all spin around. But seems to be one of, or the leader of the small group. Gestures towards the 12-foot, 12-inch tall little just automaton.
All right, let's see it.
I mean, it's got enough power to run for about 15 minutes, but and he's just flipped the activator on the back and does start to move. It's like one of the old like 90s battery operated like little remote controlled robots, but engines.
Okay, I think Elliot will like pick it up and maybe like unhinge the back of it and like peek inside. Like it's not okay. It's not like secretly a bomb, and like it's not like secretly a camera, and it's also like not gonna blow up on accident or on purpose.
Well,
like
if you don't mind cutting the operating time down to nothing, you'd flip another activator and one of the arms just kind of open, little metal rod pokes out, just pulsing with electricity. It's got enough power to about stun one person once, and then it's done.
and you didn't touch anything else.
No.
You didn't steal any other parts for the. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, it wasn't what I asked, and I appreciate that.
We were
Yo,
talking.
Adeline, check this out. Adeline, they made a robot.
Yeah, I think Adeline is just kind of leaning against the doorway with her arms crossed, watching this.
Adeline, look at this. This is cute. Look at it, like push a button and like does the little like the fucking Rock'em Sock'em Robots or something like that. Look at it.
It's inventive.
That is a word, yeah, that I would use for sure.
Can you lot read schematics?
Of course.
Mhm.
We've been writing and reading schematics since where we could read and write.
We got a bunch of artillery parts and a Pegasus that needs outfitting.
You know, let us work on a Lancer mech?
With supervision.
Think you can handle it?
They're immediately like on their feet, like these very, very non-military salutes.
I'll make sandwiches.
Oh, sweetie.
Yeah, most of them would file out of the room, immediately jump to work. One of them
Okay,
would.
no going off the book with this one. This is. We need to ride this. So like, this was cute, but like, do this one the way that Ada asked for, because
One of them would stay
Just us.
behind. Did you happen to find any trace of my parents? The Winters family?
And I think Sawyer will be the one to say, I wish I could say we did, but not so far.
Okay. Yeah, I
There wasn't-
didn't think you would, but I'm gonna go get to work. Hurry off to join.
Elliot is typing on their HUD or whatever that is in their little line of sight. Already in some back ways, dark web, trying to like look into that name is like,
yeah,
they get it. They get it.
August and Karen Winter. They come from just generations of factory workers, of what are the staples of the old city that's used to be the lead manufacturing city of this planet. Before Iseka took over, drove everyone out of business. Everyone that wouldn't fall in line, of course. everyone here would be pretty familiar with what happens to those that don't fall in line.
They're gonna check anyways.
Find
you go.
information up until about a month ago, and
Yeah, well, that's fine. This totally will not become a pet project of Elliot's. Everything is fine. Do not worry about it.
Makes me uneasy to recruit them so young, but having a team of mechanics be invaluable to us.
Keeping them from running into a fight, giving them something to do with themselves. The alternative is unacceptable. So
It would be different if they had somewhere else to go, but they don't.
Yeah. At least here they're relatively safe.
And they can keep an eye on Sawyer. Is that
and they get your
Yeah.
lovely sandwiches, so I mean they'll be well fed.
We'll probably have to get them how to actually salute first, though.
Yeah, if they're gonna go out, we'll work on it.
Yeah.
Speaking of working on the mechs, hey, Ada, you need help with Poppy?
Yeah, I isolated the virus, but I'm just gonna completely wipe her and back her out just to make sure.
Yeah, damn. I'll get the backups prepped, I guess, if that'll help.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Assuming that you all take a little bit of time even to tend to yourselves, to shut eye, overall just wind down from Adeline on your personal console, as secure as you could possibly. There is a message.
Great. I will put it into airplane mode. Like, I will completely disconnect from the OmniNet and before I open this message. And then I will open it.
It has no sender. There's no means of tracing it back. Just is titled, "I do miss you."
Is there anything inside of the message? Or is that all it
There's
says?
a fairly substantial file, which you would probably immediately recognize as being HP.
Okay. There's no way to know who this came from.
It has been a while, but you did reach out to get contact. Got them fairly worried about you. So
So this is probably from Senna then.
they may have gone out of their way to try to get you.
This is the one I disapproved of.
100%.
Okay. Yeah, I think Ellen smiles a little bit at that. And then just closes it out. She needs to wipe Poppy before she installs anything.
Then, with some rest, some much needed food, and maybe some of you diving immediately into work that you would all like to do.
I mean, there is a conversation that we all
There is
need
a
to have.
conversation that needs to happen.
I
Yep.
Perhaps
Oh yeah.
over dinner while the children are enticed with sandwiches and robot guns and things.
I break out the wine.
Yeah, we're gonna want that.
Everyone stares at Sawyer.
Yeah, honestly. Over the course of 20 minutes.
Sawyer
all
is
eyes.
expecting this.
And as I said, I get the glasses, I get the bottle, I set them out, and I also put my pistol on the table.
Fair?
Yeah, Sawyer is not surprised by that. I think Sawyer would be more surprised if you didn't. All right, so yes, we have a lot to talk about. I joined under false pretenses. I joined as a spy for Iseka. And for a period of time I was. I wish I could say that changed as soon as I saw what you were doing and what you were fighting for. But I can't. And I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, now you're not gonna lie. Thank you. No, that's
Yes,
super kind
no.
of you. That's super great. I'm really glad that we can be honest.
No,
with
that's
each other,
fair.
Sawyer. It's like,
Like I said, Elliot, that's fair. By the time things had changed, I didn't know how to even tell you. And I wasn't sure how you would react. And not knowing if Noah might just shoot me, which they have every right to, I figured I would at least take some time to see what good I could do. And so what I have been doing for the past several months is doing everything I can to give my handler a false trail, to buy us some time when we're going out on missions, to make them think that we're going to be hitting a different location so there's more resources diverted there. And for a while, it worked. But they've gotten suspicious, just as you all have been getting increasingly suspicious of me. And yesterday, my handler made it clear that he couldn't understand why I hadn't just shot, well, all of you in your beds, pretty much. I pointed out that you all have plenty of knowledge and information and resources, and that would be a waste, and I was told that didn't matter. Even including for you, Adeline. You were considered an acceptable loss, if needed. And I feel that that already made me realize I needed to tell you who I am and what I've done, and the fact that I did come here under false pretenses. But I have also been committed to the resistance and trying to do everything I can to keep as many of you alive as is possible for as long as is possible.
But now you're at the point where you have to make a choice. So where do you go from here?
I think the point to make a choice was about 6 months ago, but
I mean, I made my choice. If my choice was to betray you, I could have already left.
and how do we know that
I
you're
could
not?
have shot you in your bed. Because I'm still here and I'm telling you all of this. Noah could shoot me right now. What benefit is there for me to lay all of this on the table when there is a gun that could be pointed at me on the table?
because we're suspicious, because this is you're coming clean, this is your spilling your heart to us to save your skin.
I could have saved my skin by leaving.
This last mission that we walked into was very dangerous. And I think if Sawyer were working against us, we would have walked into an ambush.
I think if Sawyer was working with us, we would have known about this 6 months ago. There's no point in keeping it from us unless you're still working against us. What did you gain by keeping it secret?
His life.
Honestly, Elliot, the reason I didn't tell you all is that I was ashamed. Because before I made the choice I did, good people died, and that's on me. So yeah, I could have come clean, and I should have come clean. But I didn't do it because I wanted to keep you in the dark any longer than I had to. I did it because I couldn't come to terms with what I was responsible for.
Can I read the situation to sense motives and
Absolutely.
whatnot? Do I get an accuracy from my background from being a tech heiress, used to being in boardrooms with a bunch of sharks who have their own motives and goals and
I
Okay,
leave that
sure.
up to you. Depending from what you know about Sawyer, how difficult or easy you might feel that it Sawyer in this.
I think knowing this about him makes it a little easier because I'm stepping back and looking at it.
Works for
The
me.
social politics that I grew up in.
Interesting.
$29.
A 29. Well, a 10 was a success. So
Holy shit.
we,
Back at it again with the bonkers rolls. For what?
Sawyer, what do you feel? Almost double crit.
I was so
will get?
afraid you were gonna roll a 1. That was...
You were like
I mean, I
piece of
think
glass.
Adeline is... Yeah. I think Sawyer, yeah, like, is just laid out open for Adeline. I think he's keeping his expression very neutral and composed. And I think what you're seeing through to that genuine shame and guilt. Like, you are seeing that this is something that haunts him, and you are seeing that he is being completely genuine. There is absolutely nothing in his body language that would lead you to believe that he is lying.
Possibly recognizing a little bit coming from a family that has also done terrible things.
Yeah, Adeline sits there watching you for a little bit as you talk through this.
I pick up a towel and a pistol, walk over to Sawyer. The towel. Could you place this in front of you?
Your audio would cut out a bit.
Yeah.
Can you here's the towel. Can you please put this in front of you?
Is that because I'm about to be executed?
I look at Miss Adeline.
No, the towel is not needed. So your handler wants to show loyalty. So we have one more opportunity to use you before we lose that.
Adeline, are
To
you?
be frank, I think we'd be lucky to have that. My handler was very unhappy with me yesterday. I realized immediately we were all on borrowed time. But if there is a way you think you could use me, I'm willing to take it.
Elliot, you don't look pleased with this.
Should I be?
Don't blame you, but I think we do need to have some sit down time. What I mean by that is every single solitary communication you've had with your handler, every piece of information, no matter how small, insignificant it may be, you're going to lay it out for all of us to examine and parse through as many times and how deeply we see fit. You fought by us, and you seem repentant. I can understand that. But we need to know what the enemy knows about what we know. Understand me?
I understand you. I can also say that the enemy hasn't gotten much by way of information from me in months.
Even as that may, they still might have gotten something. No piece of information is worthless.
They can extrapolate certain pieces of information, even from false information.
My one concern that I will just put out there, if that is the last way you want to use whatever and I've had with Iseka, I'm not sure if they'll be able to track that at all. But that could blow whatever little cover I have left.
Something's been sticking with me since we saw the general during this last mission.
Hmm.
They said that this is my last chance to go home. My family builds and controls the surveillance software Iseka uses. We leverage Sawyer one last time. We might be able to hit them from the inside.
Leverage Sawyer how? They want you.
Sawyer could deliver me.
And you think that's safe?
No, but none of this is.
You know what I mean. Once they have you, are they going to let you go? Kicking and screaming or no, are we going to be able to get you out?
Very
An
risky.
abandoned warehouse is one thing, but your family's compound, Adeline, is... They're good at what they do.
They are.
They helped create me, after all.
King case in point. Thank you, Noah. Genuinely,
But
thank you. Yes.
if Sawyer delivers me and Noah, that's half of our team on the inside, half on the
Yes.
outside.
And it would line up with what my handler had said, since he had also indicated you were on borrowed time, Adeline, that it would make sense that I would bring you there so that you were out of the crossfire.
Elliot,
Potentially, we could fake Conroy and Elliot's death as additional proof. Your
I'm not
pound
mad.
of
I'm just
flesh.
intrigued. How are you? No, listen. This is all so weird already. How are we gonna kill me?
How would you kill them, Sawyer?
Yeah, Sawyer. How would you kill
I'm-
me?
The answer is I wouldn't.
No, it's
but
okay.
I
You're with friends.
suppose-
How would you kill me, Sawyer?
I would put a gun to your head as you slept.
Classic. Love it.
it wouldn't be difficult to fake it.
Be a little bit.
Never
More,
been dead before.
I want to be more creative. Maybe guns to the head when I'm sleeping hasn't quite worked for a long while.
Well, that's disturbing, Conroy, as always. That's disturbing.
We love to see it.
I'm still Noah. How are you thinking? We'll fake dead bodies. I mean, do you
It's-
have a way
You
to slow
have-
down Elliot and Conroy's central nervous
Do you
systems?
have a body? Do you have extra bodies that we need to know? If you have extra bodies, you have to tell me, Noah. You need to tell me, or it's entrapment.
How do you think I always have sandwiches?
I thought we would do it digitally.
Is the humor thing working again, Elliot?
You're getting there, kiddo.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Elliot, could
So-
you cook up a virus that we could deliver from inside of my family's compound?
I can do you one better. What they put in Poppy?
I haven't dug into it too deep yet, but it seemed pretty nasty.
Bet I can make it worse.
Compound is pretty protected, but from the inside I should be able to access it. Or Poppy could at least.
There is one central control room, heavily guarded, but get there, world will be your oyster.
I'll make the cookies if you deliver them. Do I still have to die? I'm kind of intrigued by this, actually.
I think our only sensible way of doing it is digitally.
Agreed.
Blow something up and have our remains be just incinerated pieces of ourselves. I mean, we're rough and tumble freedom fighters, aren't we? Using outdated tech, whatever we can scrounge around, accidents are bound to happen.
And you could always lend
Sure.
part of your DNA as remains.
I'll give you a finger if you think that'll help.
That might be a little extreme, but
I'd like to keep mine, if that's an option.
Lost
Going
two
up-
already, what's another one?
Touche.
I would rather no one lose body parts. Just a thought. That would be my preference. I'm just
Mhm.
gonna put that out there.
Cool. Cool. So, if we're gonna blow something up, though, I love it. It's great. It's awesome. It's a spectacle. It draws attention. I love to see it. What are we gonna blow up if all of our stuff is here? Do we have I mean, we can't blow up Riverside. They're still using it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I don't know that blowing anything up is the solution. We need something that they'll buy for 24 hours max.
Mr. Sawyer's contact said killing you in your bed or during it. Perhaps Conroy dies in a training accident with me to prove my loyalty to Adeline.
All right, you kill Conroy. Sawyer can kill me. We're all taken care of. You can be the golden boy again. Deliver the little prizes.
I mean, if that's the plan we're going with, I'm open to it. Obviously, assuming that no one is actually going to die.
He's still young.
Seems like at this point that's up to you.
I'm just hoping that the
I have
kids
no
aren't
interest in
listening into
killing
this
any of you.
conversation.
I was thinking the same thing.
Got half an ear on him and the other, it's fine. Probably fine.
Oh, fine. Oh. How long will want to take? It's like 24 hours. Are you preparing him?
How much time do we got, and how much time is it going to take to get the mechs re-outfitted?
To get you back
What's your-
up to 100% fighting force, you're probably looking at 7 hours.
And we
What's
need to
your
sleep.
usual contact time, Mr. Sawyer?
I don't have one. I reach out to my contact every few weeks.
48
Well,
hours then?
sometimes more frequent, but it depends on how many trails I need to lay to hopefully steer them in the direction that is not us.
Say then 48 to 72 hours. You contact your handler, say it's done. By then we are ready to move.
I can do that.
Get cracking on this code then.
Yeah. Sounds like we have some downtime activities.
A little bit after this dinner, before we jump into downtime, I'm going to pull Sawyer aside, away from everyone else.
Yeah, Sawyer actually seems to kind of expect this, given that Adeline is our official, unofficial leader.
When we're ready to move, tell your handler that you're bringing me in. I'll contact my family as well to let them know that we are not shot as we're trying to come in.
Okay.
But we're taking a big swing here. If we can take out what my family controls, this is a huge win. This could shift the tide for us. Your handler's going to need more information than this. And I will, on my datapad, slide coordinates over to Sawyer. This is Riverside. They're a small unit. If we pull this off, this is war.
Adeline, you're asking me to... I just want to be clear, you're asking me to sacrifice Riverside in order to make this ruse work. Then that is what I will do,
Don't tell the others.
if you think that is what is needed.
It'll restore the trust, give us just enough time to get in and take care of what we need to take care of. And it'll distract them. They'll be distracted taking out that warehouse. They'll be distracted going through what's there. That'll buy us the time we need.
Understood.
So give that to them a few hours before we leave.
I will do that. I'm going to assume we're not going to tell the others.
No. This isn't a decision they need to be party to. I don't want this on their conscience.
I don't want this on yours either. I'm the one choosing to do this.
I think she starts to say something and then just turns and walks away towards Poppy.
And Sawyer does not stop you.
Just somewhere in the downtime. I'm going to be hated for this. I will send through my private message, Madam Stone, we are coming home.
When in the downtime?
Probably about 12 hours before we leave.
Okay. You have a private connection. Well, to kick things off, for next, especially since you have 4 new sets of hands, very capable hands, who learn very quickly, not only are your mechs brought back up to fighting shape, but you all have system reinforcement. Which means that you can all choose one of your systems, either hull, agility, systems, or engineering. Whenever you would make a check, get an accuracy on that roll, of whichever one you pick.
Okay.
Hull, of course, being like constitution, things that are physically affecting you. Agility being dexterity, systems like intelligence, and strength, I guess, affects your inner workings.
Probably Constitution.
May I ask, is
Uh-huh.
there a role to control heat or to reduce heat?
Things that affect your heat are typically engineering.
Mhm.
Hull
Is
is
there a
like
way
being
to
pushed around and shoved prone.
Is there a way to stick this on our sheet, or is this just a stick it and you're not going to remember it?
Just have to.
Cool.
I'm assuming we need to tell you.
As long as you can remember, you can tell me and I'll forget. So as long as you can remember, that's all that matters.
I'm going to go with Hull because I have a very fragile frame.
Retweet.
I'll probably go with what's the one I suck at? Systems probably.
Well, are there any downtime activities that anyone would like to kick?
And yes.
I will be backing up everybody's mechs and then just messing up that virus, messing it up so bad.
yeah.
Make it so gnarly and nasty. Make it just the stinkiest little thing.
You want to get creative?
I think I will. Maybe.
Oh. Do you have
What am
any? Uh,
I have Hacker Fix, which
Sure.
is device or system. Yeah. Yeah. I'm taking this code, hacking it apart, and building it grosser.
let's see it.
Alrighty. Do. I don't think I need to add anything special to this. Maybe? I think I broke the table.
There it goes. 17. So that would typically mean that on a 10 to a 19, you make progress on your project, but you haven't quite finished. Finish it during your next downtime without rolling, but we're going to kind of circumvent that a little. You can choose 2 things you're going to need. If you can get both these things, then you'll finish it this downtime,
Okay.
which is quality materials, specific knowledge or techniques, specialized tools, or a better workspace. 2 of them that you'll need.
Okay.
Good time to think about it. We can just...
Yeah, I might. Could you throw those options in chat? I cannot hold 4 discrete ideas in my brain at once.
There you go.
Does the existing virus count as quality materials, or?
It does not.
Okay, fair enough.
Give you time to go over that. Anyone else?
I think I'm going to, in addition to refitting my Mac, my downtime will be used getting connected or reconnected with the Stone household and my contacts therein.
Is there anything particular that you're trying to get out of it?
Information on if the household has changed, new security.
Okay.
I'll basically try to get an idea of what we're actually walking into.
Yeah. You have a trigger that you feel you could tack on there? I'd certainly throw in an accuracy since you do know that family and that place so well.
Would read a situation, basically using the motives and
Sure.
the
Yep.
okay. How do I do it with advantage?
So when you go to click it on the bottom right, there's a little.
Oh. Yep. See it.
$22. Your contact will help you. No strings attached. Yeah.
I basically explained that this is for Madame Adeline.
The general vibe you would get is that they are excited to get Adeline back. Not necessarily happy, but there's just a general buzz. And you also get that Adeline's father has not been doing well health-wise. Might help to turn the corner. The heiress comes back, restores the fortitude of the house, and
Stick that knife in, why not?
yeah. But I'm sorry. What else were you specifically looking for?
New security protocols.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Any terminals you come across will still take the full action to get through them, but you won't have to hack any. Sort of like anything that's extra sensitive lockdown.
And it doesn't seem like they're going to be. They seem genuinely excited. They're not actually planning to kill us when we walk through the front door.
They could still try to kill you when you walk through they are excited for you to get back, but
Okay.
All right.
That's what I'm doing.
Anyone else?
I guess Conroy would. So now that he's scared the crap out of the recruits, he kind of wants to try inspiring them. Like as they're working on the Lancers, yeah, he's walking, past them, being like, "We work for the freedom of this planet. Every single man, woman, and child who now toils under the damnable thumb of the corporation that rules this world. Perhaps you will be wounded, perhaps you will die, perhaps you'll live to see a better day. A soldier doesn't get to decide if he dies on the battlefield or in the comfort of his bed. All he knows is he believes in his cause."
Is there a trigger you'd like to throw onto this?
Lead or inspire, I guess.
Absolutely.
I don't know, would there be any accuracy for him, like, literally being an ex-military guy?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, fair enough. There we go. And a 1, of course.
But it's still a 10 total,
Still 10
which
total,
is
okay.
still a success.
Okay, I can work with that.
I mean, it'd be just a full 10 seconds of all of them just staring at you, at each other, and then... Yeah. What was that about dying in our beds?
That's the good way. When you're old, your vision's cloudy, and you're surrounded by the people you helped save.
Or Sawyer shoots you.
Or that.
Yeah, don't need anything from you, thank you very much.
Yeah. Say that's for their part. Up until the next mission. I'll give them accuracy on whatever they're trying to help.
Okay.
They're maybe not working harder, but they are certainly keeping you in the corner of their eye whenever you're in the room.
That works.
All right. Anyone else?
Does Elliot need help getting any of the things they need for the virus? Because I could scrounge and barter, or I have something else I could do.
At the very least, I think they would ask for at least you to like sit in when they're like towards the end of coding things up, and like run things by you, because you know like how your family's systems and like e-defense and all that stuff, like you would know better than I would the specifics of how your family does that stuff. So if you could help me tailor this to attack what matters for their systems, that would be delightful.
And depending on what the conversation is, I would definitely hand the security protocols over to Elliot and eventually do a breakdown for Conroy and Elliot, since they've never been in the actual building.
Hell yeah.
Compound.
Get that specific knowledge check mark.
There's your specific knowledge.
Woo!
So in that case,
Yeah, any sort of help you can offer.
yeah,
we'd
if
love
you
to
don't,
see it.
absolutely, if you don't need anything physical, then
I mean, if you've got physical, I'll take it. But
so when I Just a question for just mechanics wise. When I deliver this virus, is it going to be like a hack and fix check for me, or am I like plugging it in and it's doing its thing? Like, how is that going to work?
Their system will make a save.
Their system will make a save.
The
Okay.
more you put into this, the more you beef it up, the more difficulty they'll make that save.
Okay. So is there something I can do in my downtime to improve that, or is it just helping with Elliot and theirs?
There are absolutely things you can do if you want to.
Because I had considered doing Get Focus to boost one of my
Oh,
skill triggers before going in, but it might be
Okay.
useful to.
totally not just the GM saying this, but you were presented with a gift, friend.
I was, and that is part of what I'll be doing in downtime. Is after I wipe.
We trust the
Coffee.
gift from the friend.
No, we don't.
I do. I trust Senna probably more than I should.
You are taking every available precaution to make sure that it doesn't immediately blow up and destroy everything.
Mhm. Yeah, so if I can use the NHP to help with that, then I'm going to get focused. And I think how I'm going to do this is while I'm in Poppy, um, just wiping Poppy, setting her back up, getting everything shored up, and installing the new NHP, I'm going to be in the cockpit talking to myself, like getting back into character. And I would like to get focused to increase my charm skill trigger.
Ah,
So if that works, it's just
Yep.
that brings me up to a 6 for charm.
bumps it. So, if you would like to finally uncase the NHP, let it
Mhm.
loose, would immediately hop into your projection system that's tied into your room and project feminine figure, kind of just these flowing, almost glitching robes as it flows off the body. They kind of dissipate data, but it's almost an exact replica of Cinna. And even as she pops out around the room, look at you. Well, it's good to see you again. Have you been, Addie?
Good. This is strange. I didn't expect you to look like her.
She made me with all the love and care. So I'm here to help. I understand if you don't. She understands if you don't. But
And I appreciate that. And there is something that I would like you to help with.
I can appreciate it.
And I will have her work on the virus to help improve it.
Well, Elliot, have your specific knowledge, have your extra tools.
Let's go.
It is already a success.
Cool.
If you would basically like to spend the rest of your downtime beefing this up, roll another hack fix and get added effect. Adeline, same thing. If you would like to spend extra downtime on it, you can both roll, and more success, the more.
Do I get an accuracy? Because it's made to attack my family's software.
I would say that you both have accuracy at this point.
I was gonna say, yeah, we're using NHPs to build this this boy, so
You have literal math
That's
demons on your side.
that's my whole shtick is commanding NHPs. I built the boys who built the system.
20.
20.
Critical success.
Oh, that beautiful bean footage. Well,
Still a
all right.
success.
Well,
11.
eh.
Which, considering that she rolled a 3,
Yeah.
But yeah, between the two of you, I'll add just flat 3 difficulty under their save.
Take it.
While we're sitting there working on this, I think Adeline is quiet for a while. Just make sure I get out of there. Okay, I really don't want to be stuck there.
We're not gonna leave you in there. We're not doing that. If I have to come in there, my damn self, I will.
Hopefully we'll meet you halfway and you won't have to come all the way in.
You mean you're not gonna let me in to meet your family? Ada, I'm hurt. Come on, it's gonna be fine. There isn't another option aside from it being fine. So it's gonna be fine. And we're gonna do it.
Well,
and we're going to tear them a new one on the way out. How does that sound?
That sounds wonderful. And if they shoot me, Noah, and Sawyer at the door, then you all don't even try. Just to walk away from this.
I can't promise that. But it's not going to get to that, so it's okay.
She just kind of gets quiet again and focuses back in on what she's doing.
All right. Any other downtime activity?
What was our plan for the digital footage of our dead comrades?
How are you gonna kill me, Sawyer? Hey, Sawyer. How are you gonna kill me?
Because we can go theatrical. We can do special effects. We can do whatever. But I figured that was something to check in on, since that proof would need to be sent along with the message and the coordinates.
We have multiple NHPs at this point. They could create pictures that are convincing enough that they stand up to, 12, 24 hours worth of digging. Like, they don't have to be perfect. They just have to be good enough to last like a day.
And is the story we're going with, and Sawyer would definitely clarify this with Adeline, is the story we're going with that I killed both Conroy and Elliot, or are we going to say that Noah made a decision that it was time to return and they killed Conroy?
I think that you talked to Noah and they agreed, and then the two of you took the other two out.
Okay.
And convinced me to come back. And it took you so long, you were stalling so much because you were trying to get those coordinates for the other group.
Understood.
All right. The footage would absolutely no problem.
And I can definitely assist for authenticity.
We could do practical effects, have a bowl of spaghetti spilled out next to Elias.
I'd like that. I think I would like that too. I want Sawyer to get over here and kill me. If you're truly on our side, Sawyer, pull the trigger, Piglet.
Considering the number of people I've probably killed in their bed, I'll definitely know.
I know if I
Elliot,
asked Noah
this
to
is
kill me,
getting
he would do
unnecessarily
it.
dark. I mean, this is getting unnecessarily dark.
And
You
betraying
don't trust me enough to kill me?
betraying an entire group for several months, was that considered light?
That's fair, Noah. That's fair.
Now just getting your hands officially dirty.
Well, however you may achieve, however real or practical it may be, you have the footage, have your prisoner, have your new upgraded mechs. It's time to eventually send out messages. Lady Stone, contact, handler. So, to be clear, so I know, before you head out, we're giving them this location.
Not this location.
We're giving them Riverside.
Riverside.
Yeah.
Our buddies to the east that we
Gotcha.
almost sent the
Yeah,
kids
we're
to
giving them
last
Riverside.
Okay.
time.
Only two of us know this, but
Oh, let's hope Elliot never finds out.
Okay.
and for the record,
Are
I will be walking Elliot and Conroy through the entire, compound, how to approach it, security protocols, everything. So and I'm gonna tell Conroy, please don't kill anyone. Although they are estranged, they are still family. However, if they do push it, Lady Adeline, life is more important.
Before Sawyer sends this, proof of life, are you planning on going, publicly publishing this, or just discreet channels straight to your contact? Or are you making a show of this?
It is going straight to my handler.
Okay. Cool. Just for personal reasons.
However, I suppose we could talk about the benefits of it going more public.
I mean, I say stick to whatever they expect you to do. Play this by the book.
If it goes public, that's more eyes on it. It's also potentially more eyes that already know us and maybe would care if this were true, getting eyes on it. And that could be beneficial, or it could not.
I think it might raise some red flags when that's the exact opposite of what we're trying to do, since this would not be proper protocol. This would be considered a breach of protocol if I were to make these images public before they chose to, if they choose to.
That's true. They might choose to do that all on their own. Oh, that's fine.
And if they've already said that Lady Adeline could be expendable, they might take action outside of the family. Keep it simple, stupid.
The three of us are going in. The other three will wait. Elliot, hopefully this virus will work. We'll open up a back door, steal what you can, and wait for us to let you know that we're heading out. We're going to be heading out as soon as we plant this virus.
Bust the doors open, I'll keep them open.
Well, if you all attack just before we head out, they should be facing the wrong way. And I'll let us come up behind them.
Give us the all clear.
Let's do what we can, blow up what we can. Let everybody make it out of there. I think that's the most important thing after we plant the virus. I don't want any more sacrifice today than needed.
So,
When you have the opportunity, madam, I do need a private word.
Sorry, could you say that again?
I need a private word with you, madam, whenever possible.
There's a lot of private words happening lately.
I will step off to the side with no.
We could have a private word, Elliot. You,
We could. We sure could, couldn't we? You sure you want that? Cool.
no, I'm not. I'm not.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you need
Elliot
to borrow,
squints at Sawyer for the umpteenth time today. Like,
do you need to borrow the towel, Mr. Elliot?
I have my own towel. No. It does not have their own towel.
You need a towel. It's a useful tool.
Well,
Yes.
you know. Not that kind of towel. No, I think I don't know. Adeline's having a lot of secret words with people. I'm just gonna keep an eye on that. Everything's probably fine.
She also had a secret word with you while we were doing.
True.
It's true.
We're the computer nerds. It's not secret. It's just that nobody else wants to be in on it.
It is quite boring.
If they knew how to read C+++ or whatever we're on at this point in time, maybe they would join in on our little conversations. But no, it's fine. It's fine to have your secret little conversation. Everything's fine.
I will step off with Noah.
Madam, I need to inform you that your father is quite ill. Although they are happy for you to return, I believe there will be certain expectations. I don't know if those will affect you or not.
I see.
Thought that they would be better expressed to you in private.
He always had the worst timing.
This is true.
Well, thank you for letting me know. This may be something we can leverage. I'll have to think on it on the way over.
Are you certain that you wish to completely dissolve your relationship with your family? I respect whatever decision you make. I am yours.
The tools that they are creating, it has to be stopped.
Of course, madam. I'll leave you to your thoughts. Can I bring you tea?
No, I'm good. Thank you, though.
The part?
right. Message is prepped. Prepared as you. Eggs are souped. I think the only thing I have before we can opt to early a bit of a break into the action. Noah, would you just roll your grit?
Everything's fine and nothing is wrong or weird.
Yeah.
Sorry, where do I roll that?
Just be a D20.
Oh, there it is.
That virtual die sat on that one for a long time before it fell over to 13.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, virtual dice.
Forge likes to make us sweat. It's fine.
What has been silently attacking you, numbing feelings of any wrongdoing inside that nanovirus, you're finally starting to feel effects. It's not quite yet a devastating amount of damage, but all of a sudden there's just this wave of nausea, probably a good 15-20 seconds, just mind blank, can't focus, pain. Or things start kind of getting better, regain control, you're able to get back to your.
Pain is a distraction. Distractions are useless.
Does anyone witness this?
Give that up to Noah.
Well, yes, I would be. I mean, normally I would just be near the mech, or making, taking care of other people. So there is a good chance that they might have seen me nearly fall off my mech, which would probably be a sign.
Oh boy.
The only person that I really even ever show weakness to is Conroy.
Anyone that feels like you might be in that vicinity, why don't we just see a d20? High is good. Basically trying to roll an 11 or higher.
Okay.
Okay.
Rolling a d20.
Great D20.
Would this be read a situation, identifying a threat in the
Ooh.
situation?
At
Or
the
just
moment,
spot.
this is
Yeah,
just
would it be?
purely whether or not you are in the vicinity.
This is a
Okay.
perception check.
Okay.
The perception.
Oh yeah.
My NHP is in my mech, so maybe.
I
Yeah,
think
it was
this
there.
happens while Adeline and Elliot are having that conversation while you're finishing up
Nope.
your little hand-wrapped gift virus that you're ready to implant, and then you just hear a heavy impact as Noah just comes falling off the top of the mech, hits the deck of the garage, and just doesn't.
I will immediately run over there.
You get like an exclamation point emoji, and then like their head peeks out of the mech. We good?
Forgive me, madam. I
What
try to sit
happened?
up. A momentary lapse of consciousness. Nothing to worry about. I'm
That
sure.
is something to worry about. What is it from?
I
Have you
suspect
eaten?
I've eaten, perhaps, whatever happened to me is progressing.
Fucking nanites, and they just like run over, just flipping the bird at wherever these nanites are stored. We can't.
Elliot, can we do another scan? Do we have time?
I don't know if we. I mean, I can try. I don't. They're little fucking jerks. I could. Are you?
The mission is the priority.
Yeah, but like not to be a dick, but at some point, it's like obviously we don't want you to be hurt, but we also don't want you to be a liability. It's both sides.
If I become a liability, you cut me loose.
No, hey, We don't let it come to that. Not here. No, Elliot will try to run over, and I don't know if we have time to run a scan. They'll try.
Noah?
Yeah, that'll probably be the most telling. The nanites probably haven't changed. The ones that are like in their own little guy.
But now that you have more of a sense that they are starting to eat away at you and more feel the damage that they're doing, like when the scan just moves down you, along with it, you can feel like yourself being fixed and just like fortified along with where it's scanning you, so that a full body scan would show that you are perfectly healthy.
There's some discomfort. I suspect it is obfuscating your scan.
Tricksy little mother. Is there some sort of, I don't know how much of like a sort of, I don't know what the word would be, like a signs of life readout, like when you're in the mech, like
Oh,
is
yeah.
there a way for people to like pop in and be like, okay, is there a person in there? Is
Yeah,
the person alive?
As long as you
Like,
all allow each other to see it, you can all see each other's vital signs.
yeah, I think if there's a way to like look at all of that information at once instead of doing like a arguably more informative but segmented scan, they try to just grab that information and see if anything is amiss there. But I mean, if it's
They
they're tricksy.
they are
They're smart.
replicating a perfectly healthy host.
Damn it. Perfectly healthy hosts don't pass out apropos of nothing. Hate this. Hate this a lot. I don't enjoy it.
Yeah, Adeline's pacing back and forth.
I-
Sawyer's already sent the message. We have to go through with this. The cost is too high.
No, we're doing it. They pull up like some dark web archive.org version of WebMD and just like, okay, so what are you, the readouts don't mean shit. What are you feeling? What is happening as told by you? And just like type, like trying to.
I'll describe every sensation in like exquisite detail.
Oh, not that one. No, skip that. Next.
Yeah, and it's tough because even as you're describing them, they're fixing themselves. And as you're describing, this radiating pain, it just goes away.
You've been diagnosed with self-gaslight. Oh.
Wouldn't that just be denial?
Maybe? You know what? I speak English. Oh, that's. I mean, Elliot's no doctor. If you were an NHP, this might go. They might know what to do, but.
We could try
I mean,
something like an EMP, but I don't know that we have enough time to shield the mechs for that.
No, we don't. I hate this. I hate this so much. I hate this. Why?
As I have said, I am a tertiary priority.
Yes, but we A, don't want you to die, and B, don't want you to be a liability. But we have to do the damn thing.
Noah, you are an equal part of this team. You have been since we left.
That's very kind, madam. Thank you.
It's not kind, it's true.
But unfortunately, we are tied into this mission now. Has this happened before?
This is the first moment.
Are you feeling better now?
Currently.
If even so much as a single nanite feels out of place, you flag us.
You will be the first to know, Mr. Elliot.
I mean, probably Adeline, if we haven't been discovered yet, but somebody, just tell somebody.
Of course.
look into it more when we're back.
Agreed.
Will be our
It's
next
fine.
priority.
Everything's gonna be fine.
And as we're walking to our mechs, I take Conroy aside. If I become a liability, I expect you to deal with it. You're the only one in this group that understands that.
How do you want to
Begin
go?
acting irrationally, or these nanites begin to control me. End it. For me, and for you, and for Miss Adeline.
Conroy kind of like puts a hand on their shoulder. You do realize she's gonna skin me for this. Now got a lot of skin left.
I understand, and I shall make it up to you, if possible, in this life or the next.
All right. Think I like it. It's gotta be done.
You are a true soldier, Conroy.
Right. And prepping, sending off, or having already sent off all of your messages. What are you doing with your engineers? Are they just staying here?
Holding down the fort, I think.
I think.
Have been given a lot of trust.
I don't think we've left
Say.
all our toys out,
Yeah.
but
I mean, they know where this warehouse is. We can't just send them out because they could get captured, and
we
that
can't
would
send
be
them
bad.
to other warehouses.
Yeah.
We could send them to
We
Riverside.
can't. Yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah,
Nothing bad's gonna happen there.
It's gonna be great. I mean, it's Riverside. They're one of us, right? Nothing's
Yes.
gonna happen there.
Yep.
Nobody
They will
knows
be
about
s-
Riverside.
No,
No,
you are
no.
perfectly safe.
Yeah,
All right.
I think if there's like old stuff that is like busted and needs repaired, maybe give them something to do. But
Man, this turned dark real quick.
everything's fine in Riverside.
There's no war bossing say everything's fine.
was
at
about to
Riverside.
There
say.
are no mechs in Riverside.
Well,
On that note, Hoop, should I read off what I sent to my contact?
sure, yeah.
Go ahead,
Double
break my heart.
cross.
And so Sawyer sends his contact, his handler, Landon, a message that just says, "It is done. The heiress is being returned to her family. She will not be an ongoing problem. Here are the coordinates I've been working on gathering. They will not be expecting an attack. We can devastate the resistance tonight."
As we march off, webway of tunnels and waterways under the city. That's where we're gonna pop off, take a quick break, a chance to mentally prepare themselves. And
We're the heroes, people. We're the heroes.
the
Adeline's
heroes
trying to play chess.
The heroes definitely have to tell everyone that they're the heroes. That's how that works. Alright, we'll be back in just a few minutes with the second half of this. I don't even know what to call it at this point with this adventure. And we'll see what
Heist.
happens.
It's
Okay.
Lancer.
It's reverse
Yeah.
kidnapping? Alright. See you soon, everybody.
All right.
The Trojan hero.
And welcome back. I almost missed that countdown. But we are. The moment has come. The preparations are done as much as we can. That tense ambient music there called Corrective Damage, which feels appropriate.
I mean, that's kind of what I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's what I'm calling the virus, actually.
The corrective damage, yep.
Corrective damage.
With the smiley face emoji at the end of it.
Alright.
Peace sign emoji. Glitter emoji.
Sawyer. Or escorting Adeline. Are you
And I've dressed Sawyer because it's to be ready.
are you all going in your mechs or are you going on foot?
No, going in our mechs because we need them to get out.
Alright. I guess second question, are the three of you actually using the underground tunnels or are you just walking through the streets?
Should at least get close before we pop up in
Yeah.
the streets,
Mhm.
Fair enough.
so we don't get blown
Yeah, I was
up.
gonna say, as
Yeah.
long as that's Adeline's call, Sawyer is for that.
So, because I'm me and I can't help it, I'm gonna throw a little twist to this mission, a little mechanic that I have been waiting to use, and now it feels like a good opportunity.
I'm afraid.
So,
We hate those words. We hate those words so
Oh.
much.
Ahaha, I'm in danger.
Well, I'm so glad that we're giving you this opportunity to use this mechanic.
Because this mission wasn't stressful enough yet.
It actually helps you. So I'm
Okay.
going to roll.
Oh, good. Okay, never mind.
Allegedly.
I'm rolling 46.
Allegedly.
These are 4 dice that you can basically take to succeed at something or cause an enemy fail at something. But every time you use it, I get one. And if I use one, then you get it back.
So we pass back and forth 46.
Yep.
So let's not use them until after we plant the virus.
So you have 2 positive dice. These are dice that you can simply use to succeed at something. Whether it's an attack, a save, whatever it might be. And you have 2 that you can cause an enemy to fail at something. And whether it's at a save, whatever. An attack of their own. But when you use it, it gets passed to me. I can do the same thing.
So if we use a positive one, you get a positive one.
Correct.
Bet.
So let's try not to use these until
So
after
just
we
don't use a
plant the virus.
positive one until after we chuck that virus in there.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
Alright. The 3 of you, or sorry, all of you, make it to the point where you are finally ready to split. With Sawyer, Adeline, and Noah. See the sunshine, to walk it down this road that's you probably didn't think that you'd ever be able to freely walk down again. Any last words to say to each other before you split?
Elliot pings a message into Sawyer's mech. And for the first time in a long time, it is not an emoji. It just says, you get one.
Just
And I think Sawyer does respond to that. And all he says is, make sure you get the other 3 out. Make sure they
Okay.
all come back.
You get the emoji.
Back to emoji.
It's like sign language for robots. I stand by that.
Kid, you are on fire tonight.
It's accessibility, damn it.
Why does that make sense? That makes perfect
Yeah, that makes
sense.
Thank
Why
you.
does that make
Yeah.
perfect sense?
Alright.
The electric emoji.
My question for Elliot and Conroy, are you all staying down here? Or are you also joining them on the surface, just hidden?
Can
Or what-
we get... Is there a way to get in to at least like the grounds, maybe not like the building itself, but the grounds through this like underground system, or
Not the
if we're
true
underground,
aware.
we're underground. Ugh. I mean, I would like to be relatively close,
Yeah.
but
How close?
I mean, ideally, I would like to be right on them, Hooper.
Yeah. I don't know. Do,
You have a
do we have
couple
any?
hours probably.
Do we have any camo tents?
Well, let me maybe. What do you mean, no active mech? Excuse you. I believe one of my drones had something. It's a shield. It's not a cover. Dang it. So maybe not. I can mess with their cams. See if we can.
From out
I
here?
mean- Well, once we get closer, Hooper.
So, in general, the
I
two
guess
of
my-
you are staying far enough away to be safe, but as close as you can get, should the worst come.
I feel like we need eyesight on like the door or something, right?
Probably. I mean,
Because
if
once the
you're-
door is open, it's go time.
Yeah.
Above ground.
I feel like we have to be.
Yeah.
But we can signal you. I mean, it's probably going to be a couple hours before it's go
Yeah.
time.
Why don't we wait below ground then?
Yeah, that's fair. How far below ground can I be and still get on their Wi-Fi? Can I hack the VPN? What's
I would advise against it.
Okay, that's fair. That's
If
cool.
there-
I will wait for I guess Adeline's go signal, but like we're ready to
Then, three of
box
you,
out of here.
you step out onto the street, staring up at the sprawling estate, the Stone family. Massive, archaic, unnecessary metal gates immediately start to open. Half a dozen of the current staff, Stone Estate, come marching out. This procession, standing on either side of the room to allow you access. Sawyer, you would be immediately flagged for a message. All of you are scanned. Your system, current pilot readouts, all of it. Sawyer, the message that you get doesn't have many details as to who it's from, even though you know who it's from. It just says, "Good work. I underestimated." It ends. The attack commences soon. With that,
And Sawyer just sees that and mentally acknowledges it and then files that away as a future problem to deal with.
three of you march your way up long drive towards the towering manor. Waiting there is nothing short of a militia. Turrets currently tracking your every movement. Top of the line lancers, probably they not even piloted, remotely controlled. Watch your every step. Get to the door. That massive door. One that's Adeline thrown out of. Promised that turned your back on this family. Done. We're dead to them. Here we are. What to do?
I will first set the NHP and Poppy to. I'll give it the instructions to not let anybody mess with the systems and to wait for me, to stay ready, to look dormant, but stay ready.
Right? Get a message from NHP version of Cinna. You die in there, she's gonna be pissed.
Yeah, I know. Not going to give her the pleasure of that. I told you so. And
Take
I will
it.
unstrap from my harness and I guess climb out.
Owen Sawyer?
Yeah, as soon as Adeline's out, I get out quickly as possible to help Adeline down from her. And I'm dressed in like it's professional suit, tie, everything, and so sharp that you could probably cut glass with the edges. Welcome home, madam.
I look to Sawyer. Hope you're happy with yourself. And I will turn on my heels and walk towards the door.
And Sawyer just nods and looks at Noah and says, I'm just glad she cooperated.
Agreed. This is where she belongs.
This is in her best interest. She'd be dead otherwise.
Indeed. And we cannot allow that. Just pretend to be civilized. You're in the presence of the elite.
I'll take your words under advisement, Noah.
And fall in behind Adeline.
Adeline, as you hit the steps up to the door, getting maybe halfway up, you click, then swing up. A pair of figures step out. One, a young man, distinguished, that noble pride bearing many of your feet. Brother Jonathan. And an older one, wrinkled but as distinguished as they come, Mother. Take one look at you. Both almost running down the steps. Embrace you.
I think when the doors first opened, Adeline's breath caught a little bit because there was half of an expectation to just be shot in that moment. I think she's not shocked, but surprised that they are so eager to see her, and she will embrace them.
As he kind of push you back and hold you in place. Silence. Or they finally do let go. Mother just stares into your eyes. A lot to discuss.
So I've heard.
Let's not keep everyone standing around. Please. Gestures. Won't you join us?
Thank you, madam.
Good to have you
As
back.
promised. As promised, She has been returned to you.
Can't believe how grateful I am.
And Sawyer steps up and says, Iseka made it clear that it was important she be returned home safely, and I saw to that mission.
Good. They are certainly an organization that respects loyalty. And she'll turn and start heading inside. Adeline, your brother, waits just a moment. Mother to hopefully out of earshot. Whispers, "What are you doing here?"
I wasn't given much choice. Why?
Can see just the gears flying about what he can say, what he can get away with in the moment. Run now. Turn. Follow your mother.
I hesitate for a moment and then I follow as well.
Gives you one last look, almost pleading with his eyes, and then his face goes perfectly. Slight smile and follows right along behind your mother. Doors shut behind the three of you. That heavy click, pretty system, locking it. Nothing short of high impact rounds could get through that door. You're led through the main hall. Adeline, you'd notice that any pictures of you, any family portraits, anything is gone. If you had never existed.
You've redecorated since I left.
Your father decided that a change was necessary. Of course, after you decided that a change was.
I mean, at least I didn't backpack and hike through the mountains like John did.
Jonathan set to take over a large part of this company. Done this family proud. Jonathan would slow a little bit, side by side. Just very subtly just reach his hand out.
Can I tell what for?
Hold your hand.
Oh. I will take it.
Be very brief interaction. Take your hand. Give it a light squeeze. Let go and pick up his pace. He is again in between. You are led deeper into the estate. Looks like a dining hall. That long, dark oak table sitting at the center of this had so many beautifully catered meals. You heard so many arguments. You know that so many illicit deals went. And yet, at this moment, everything. One other individual, much older than you remember him being. More worry lines, what was left of his hair gone. Seems to be bound to. Just stares at you with an icy expression.
Father?
You can call me that once you've earned it. You, mercenary. Have they paid you?
I do not consider myself a mercenary. I consider myself an asset to Iseka.
While asking what you thought,
Yes, sir.
they pay you.
They will reimburse me as they see fit to.
Know that you've done more for me than most have been able to. Long while. Name it and it's yours.
Thank you, sir.
Over at Noah.
Just like a a steel pole just standing right there.
If my wife didn't think so highly of you, wouldn't execute it the moment you step foot on this estate. Know that.
I do, sir.
Should you step out of line again, opinions on your service won't matter.
Of course, sir.
Let's, please. This is a time of enjoyment, isn't it? Loving family back together.
I will very reluctantly sit down next to my brother.
I'm almost instantly there. I'm pulling the chair back because I'm finally back in my element. Oh, it's wonderful.
Your mother sits about midway down the table. All are led to the other end. So, you have what do you want?
My place in the family.
And what place is that?
Whatever place that might be useful. I left because I thought I had beliefs, but they didn't pan out. I realized this is where I belong.
Could you give me a roll?
This be charm?
I would accept charm.
Do I get any accuracy for anything?
I'll say that
It's
your
your
accuracy is counterbalancing the difficulty you would have from the fact that he actively assumes that the worst about
Yeah. No,
There's a
that's,
father. It's a
that's fair.
father's love.
That's
It's your
totally
dad,
fair.
but it's also your dad. So
Yeah.
I've lied to him a lot, yeah, but he also doesn't like me right now, so
Yeah.
that's that is fair. Yeah. Boundary, please be nice to me.
That settled on the
25.
1 for so long before it flipped to
Yes,
the
it did.
19.
I mean,
Total of
These
25.
dice.
Would nod as you're talking. Seemingly hitting that that narcissistic bone that you know that you manipulate. I do appreciate that you have blood in you that is meant for greatness. Not to die in some back alley alongside some misguided fool. Though I'm not accepting you with open arms. Not till you prove yourself.
I understand.
Good. I have a project working on and that you can help with. With that, talk about your position.
Absolutely. I can start right away. I'm not that tired.
Good. You can just feel Jonathan just getting fidgety next to you. Your mother just has nothing but a very neutral look on her. Noah, if you would, there are staff that are celebrating you would let them know you are alive and well. I'm sure they have questions about our dear Adeline.
Thank you, Lord Stone.
You, mercenary, did you ever desire a change of employment? Could use hired guns like
I appreciate that offer.
for now. Going to my chambers.
Hoop,
Yes.
could I read a situation?
Yeah.
I would like to read a situation.
What are you trying to get out of it?
Is my
That just seems
impending
something,
doom
that just
approaching?
seems like
Is he about to
I
kill
just
me
I
right
just
now?
want to check out what the vibes are.
Not good. The
Go for
vibes
it.
are not good.
There's some bad vibes here.
The vibes?
there are so
Rancid.
many vibes.
Ooh, 16. The vibes are bad. But the most positive feeling that you got was when Adeline said that she was ready to help immediately.
Okay. I think I'm going to try to organize my thoughts and my words because I think what Sawyer is going to say is you had said before that in bringing Adeline home, I could ask for anything I wanted, and you have now made an offer of potential employment, which I can't lie, I would be interested in. Would you allow me in that case to see what Adeline is working on and have a sense of what things look like if I were to be in your employment? Perhaps have a chance to prove myself.
You roll.
Okay.
I'll even throw an advantage on there just because out of everyone in this room, you're in the top 3 most liked people.
Okay. So that is 2d20s and then choosing the higher.
You have a additional 1d6.
Okay.
And if you have any triggers that you want to go on there.
You're convinced? Don't kill me.
Yeah, I don't think any of my triggers are particularly helpful for this.
Could I assist?
How would you like to assist?
Ellen crosses her arms and kind of sits back in the chair. I'd really rather if you just left.
Queen shit.
That's
Incredible.
Incredible.
Reverse psychology. I don't want him there. Excellent, you're in.
What's your charm trigger bonus at?
Mine?
Yeah.
+6. It's at max.
+6 to this.
Cool.
Roll that beautiful
All right,
footage.
let's not optimal
So
given
sorry.
everything, but that's okay.
Adding Adeline's trigger made that a success. That would have been a 9 without that +6.
Oh my god.
He would just nod. Fine. Keep her a 9 while you're at it.
It would be my honor. Thank you, sir.
I stare daggers at Sawyer.
And Sawyer just stares right back at you.
Back up from the table. Turn. Head off towards a lift. The upper floor of the estate. Once he's gone, just feels like everyone in the room just finally lets out this breath. Another turn. It's very thinly veiled, even no matter how hard she's trying, but there are tears starting to well up.
Can I tell what kind of tears?
Want to read a situation?
Yes, I would. I very much would like to. Do I get an accuracy because I know her so well?
Do you know her?
I don't know. I grew up with her.
We really know our moms.
Sure.
I mean, I'll leave that up to you, whether or not you think.
Out of everyone in this house, you might know her best.
Probably know my brother a little more, I would say.
I meant, like, out of everyone in her life, probably know her better than.
Oh, okay. I will take that accuracy then. 20.
Beautiful. It's some happiness, but a lot of fear and a lot of sadness.
The vibes are not good.
The
I'll,
vibes. Rancid.
I'll reach over and put a hand on her arm for a moment, and then I'll look at my brother. I need to freshen up before I start on whatever it is. Would you mind walking me to my room?
Even before he can respond, some of house militia members already started to approach the table. We'll be escorting.
Look back at my mother. Is that really necessary?
Your father feels so we can be sure that one happy family again. That maybe it's best you have a more strict watch over.
Okay.
If that's even possible.
I would still like to catch up with my brother if that's okay with you. I say towards the militia members.
Don't say anything, just kind of look between each other and you just very hurt nod. As you start pulling your hand away, shout and quickly grab it. I'm happy to see you. Spend some time with your brother. A lot to catch up on. I'll be down in this study if you.
Get up and I will put my arm through my brother's arm. And so I have, what is it called? Dermaplating? Is that what it is?
And nanite.
It's
Gray.
the, yeah, like the subdermal data plating. Allows for the heads up and augmented reality and all of that. It's like implanted or whatever. Can I do any sort of like communication connection with him that is so short range it's like touch only,
Yeah,
like some
absolutely.
kind of secure channel?
Sure.
I would like to do that with like a hand in my pocket, like typing out like what is going on.
In short walk to lift that brings you to probably have about 5 or so minutes. Have this short range, very limited conversation. But get back that father is desperate. Needs you. Don't know process. But his flash cloning failed. Body is failing.
And why does he need me?
Don't know. Whatever it is, run.
Very bad vibe.
I am exactly where I need to be, but I appreciate your concern.
Don't be stupid. At that moment, get to the top floor. Staring down the hallway where both of you sit across from each other. Would full just turn and hug you.
And I will hug him back.
Guards are immediately on you, just hands pulling the two apart. That's enough of
Is that-
that.
Really necessary? It's just a hug.
Right. Come on. Room.
Did your mothers not hug you? I say as I turn and walk down the hallway.
Noah.
Get him.
Yes.
Sorry. Slight backtrack. Sawyer, you, with your request, you are basically expected to stick Adeline. You are, for all intents and purposes, one of Adeline's guard. Noah, you are led out of the room towards the staff court. Familiar sets of doors you've walked through hundreds of times. I'm going to give you the option. And try to fight against what the nanites are doing, or just push back and just ignore it. If you ignore it, we're going to feel none of the side effects. They're going to continue making you feel perfectly healthy, but you'll do nothing to stop the damage that.
Lady Adeline needs me till I expire, so I'm going to fight it.
Okay. Then I'll have you make another grit roll.
13.
That's another success. Your body's natural defenses are trying to fight back against them. In doing so, nanites have to refocus, defending themselves, trying to keep their foothold in you, which means that they're no longer blocking your pain receptor. They're no longer tending to your wound, no longer swarming around your brain, helping you hyper focus. It's just again almost lights out, just a sack of potatoes.
Wait,
There's
how long am I out, and does anybody notice?
as far as how long, no clue. But you would wake, hands kind of shaking, familiar voices, staff members that have worked here for almost as long as you have. All right.
I'm sorry, it's been an experience. I'm very, very tired, but thank you. It is good to see you.
An older woman, just long brunette hair, like perfectly straight, perfectly pressed outfit, just reels back and just full on slaps you. Why did you bring her back? What's wrong with you?
I must follow Miss Adeline's instructions.
What happened to keeping her safe?
Where she was and where she is never safe.
She can't stay here. There's talk that they needed her in this house.
Where? How much do I trust this woman? Like,
I
has
feel
she been my my matron for since I've been here?
I I mean the staff has kind of come and gone for the most part. It's a fairly sprawling estate. Um but I feel like that's kind of up to your own personal opinion, but yes, the individual that's been mostly in charge of the staff, especially the kitchen and the cleaning staff, one Naomi Bechel, which
I'm kind of get
I can speak that for
like
you.
I'm kind of getting the vibe of Downton Abbey right now. Head.
She is basically there is fury behind the eyes that is barely contained, but at the same time she is happy to. I believe bottom under floors of the none of the staff is allowed down there. Lord of the Manor disappears for days at a time, usually in a far worse mood than the day before.
Is a threat to Lady Adeline.
I believe so.
Thank you. When it occurs, trust in us.
What I can do. Promises.
Understood. There is no promise in this world.
Well, suppose we should get you back into a more modern uniform. she'd hand over just this small. Oh, it just kind of looks like almost like an opal. You can see that she has one like kind of right at the base of the neck. Any staff members around you all have them. This is how we communicate. It spans the entirety of the states. Anywhere. Manor or around. Me, I can hear.
Thank you. It'll be good to hear your voice again.
Still mad at you.
Of course.
It'll help you do.
I will try to find, although they're probably going to still try to do some kind of celebration, I'm going to try to find some kind of painkillers.
Yep.
Anything to dull this.
I mean, you have access to the good stuff here.
From my background, I suspect that Noah is quite used to pain, but this is something new.
This is internal as opposed to external. All right. Well, Elliot and Conroy.
Everything's fine and chill, and we're doing great. The vibe is excellent.
Yeah.
Would since I assume that you are in your max, do you both roll systems
Oh, great.
with one difficulty?
No.
Okay. I did specify.
So it would balance out.
Yeah, exactly.
You did. I didn't.
Okay, 14.
14?
Is it okay?
22.
Holy okay.
Elliot, your systems would basically show that there was some kind of passing attack, but had no effect. We're basically invisible.
Do I have any way of tracking it
Well,
or following it?
Conroy, your systems, for a moment, it shows that there is an alarm immediately shuts itself off. Hello? Hey, I don't think... Oh, no, in fact, I know that she hasn't introduced us. Look, I don't have a lot of time. I saw Adeline going home, and this is very bad. I don't know what you're doing, but you need to get her out of there.
I assume just Conroy.
Just Conroy, yep.
Cool.
Identify yourself.
Do you really have time for this?
Yeah, actually.
I am probably the person that wants to see Adeline alive the most in this whole damn world, possibly this whole damn galaxy. And you're gonna sit here and grill me for questions. Really?
I'm waiting.
She is
You've
just
got
gonna
hours.
try to force past your system. Would you roll another save, please?
They're the one wasting time.
Yeah. So, okay. 10?
No. Her save is
Okay.
above a 14. Immediately, like, your navigational system would just flare to life. You'd see that layout of the systems that you've been following, the tunnels, the waterways, the sewer systems, all of it just maps out in a 3D diagram in front of you, which you've seen, which you all studied. Know this layout well enough to get around. Where is it? Got it. Knew it was still there. See, I used to sneak into this house a lot when we were younger. They didn't know about this tunnel, and now that you're about to go through it, they're gonna know, so you have exactly one chance. And it's just a part of that 3D map would start to fizzle and then come to life, showing one tunnel connecting the underground waterway to the state. Get in there, get her out, or I swear on whatever god you follow that I will hunt you down and make your life miserable forever.
As much as I'd love to see you try.
Really don't.
Fair enough.
And you, we open comms to the other one that's just staring at you.
Hey, Conroy, you good? Did you see that?
Yeah. Little Bird told me there might be a better way to get into this.
Hey, you, yeah. I
What kind
really
of
need
little-
both of you to listen up here. Go in, get Adeline out, and run. I don't care where you
Who the
go.
hell are you?
Here we go.
How does she put up with either of you?
Damn it, Conroy, we're compromised. Come on.
Has she ever mentioned Cinna? Ever?
But no. Not to me.
Was she? I don't know if Adeline would tell us about Cinna.
You've probably heard her name because she has gotten stuff for us before. But then also the NHP looks like her and is also named Cinna, the one that helped us with the virus.
Okay, so I know Cinna as a robot.
A name
And you've
and
pro-
a contact.
You may have heard Noah mumbling to herself about Cinna. Disapprove, disapprove, disapprove.
Oh no. The fuck is it?
Not exactly a well-liked name, but I've heard it.
Is this? Are you Ada's NHP?
Sure. Would that help?
The truth would help, preferably.
Deep breath. Addie and I are, well, depending on the day, good friends or possibly mortal enemies. Unsure. At the moment, all of that's in the past. I would like to see Adeline safe. You would
She
like to see
will be.
Adeline safe. I think that's enough to cement this relationship.
And she will be safe.
She won't, unless you get her out of that house now.
We're going to get her out of the. What is going on? You have to give us something concrete to act on. We can't go acting on the whims of any NHP who hacks into our systems. You have to understand how that looks from our side.
Her
If you
father
truly
has
want
been
her
looking-
safe,
Father's been looking into alternative flash cloning. This isn't her father. This isn't even the 5th version of her father. He's been flash cloned so many times by this point that I'm surprised there's any shred of sanity left. But it's starting to fail. I don't know exactly what he's doing about it, but I know that when they found out Adeline was coming home, they started preparing for something. Good?
Disturbing.
not good. How are we supposed to get a line of Adeline is meant to contact us.
Yeah, well,
How
she
do
can't.
we? Yeah, what?
If she's in that house, she cannot talk to you outside the house.
If she is in that house, she is our ticket in. How do you suggest we bust open the doors without her?
That same 3D map will pop up. That new waterway just extends out.
Asked and answered. I can appreciate that. They're like pulling it up, going through logistics.
This got demolished probably a good 30 years ago, but at least that's what the records say.
Conroy.
The more it talks, the worse the knot in my stomach gets.
Great.
Not great.
You can hate me all you want. You can get out, try to hunt me down. I don't care. If she dies, I make your lives miserable. That's it.
If she dies, I make your life miserable back.
We'll make each other miserable until one of us dies.
Excellent. Can you help us in the meantime? Aside from getting us in,
I'm trying.
I know you are, and I appreciate it, and it's wonderful. There are 2 of us, and a right militia of them. So if you can't help us any more, that's good to know, but if you can, speak now.
You can get in, plug into their systems. I can try to help you. I can't get through their firewalls.
Right, Adelaide was supposed to be our ticket in to the firewalls. But, I mean, we can... They'll just, like, shoot a question mark over to Conroy. Like, I'm not going alone. Are we... It might be a
Is it?
trap.
When has any one of our missions not been a trap?
Yeah, all right, let's fucking go.
Oh, good. So now we're on the same page. We want to see our mutual friend alive. But in the tunnel, there is no security system down there. There hasn't been for a very long time. Once you get past it, they may have changed the layout. It used to be some mechanoid storage. I don't remember. They worked on mechanoid butlers for a while, but I don't know if that project ever went anywhere.
Right, okay. Do we, with these additional schematics that she's, like, giving us, do we have, like, a clear idea of how to get from this new entry point to wherever that central, sort of server situation?
No. Have to see that once.
Great, cool, awesome. Any idea if we'll have a line of communication with the folks on the inside once we're in, or is it just comm shut down the whole way?
Should, once you're actually in the estate.
Wanna go on a scavenger hunt?
Watch it.
Kit.
Alright. The 2 of you, egged on by a voice from above, find that escape tunnel. It is indeed, at least the looks of it, collapsed. Alright, there's maybe 5 or 6 feet worth of rubble. After that, it's completely open.
Like this. I don't like this. Elliot does not trust this.
Yeah. Well, join the club. We got jackets.
Yeah.
Sometime today.
Is there any sort of, like, once we get, like, you know, a door open, a hatch, you know, clicked or whatever, can we get close enough to just peek in and try to send out just, like, not even like a message, just like a ping to maybe not Adeline, maybe Sawyer. I feel like Adeline might be too far watched.
Yeah.
But just, like, I think if Elliot sends literally anything to Sawyer, that is a red flag at this point.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You're opening up that collapsed part of the tunnel. Pressing on.
Just sticking a head in. If Conroy's on board, that I think is what Elliot would suggest the plan is.
He's got your 6.
Perfect.
Let's go.
As you start walking in, the voice now more muffled, and fuzzy. No, hold on a second. And you can see your systems starting to go to work. Then behind you, there's just this first like digitized wall, and then it starts to craft it for digital scenery. It replaces that wall behind, but purely digital.
That's slick.
Cute.
Well, your systems are running it, so if your mechs die, the illusion dies.
Cool. You're welcome.
You're welcome. Now, once you get in, you're gonna lose me for a while. Plug into any of the systems, you can pass any of their firewalls from the inside. I should be able to ping off of your network to that, be able to communicate with you.
I'd say I'd leave it open, but I don't think you need that.
Ideally, I'd like your firewalls not to try to stop me. Also, thank you.
Let's get everybody out of here, and then we can go around throwing thanks.
Sure. As you press on, you do lose that signal. Patient cuts.
I think as soon as they lose signal with Cinna, if that is their real name, they'll shoot off that just a single emoji to Sawyer, and it's what is it? It's that the 2 kids and the dad emoji. No context, 2 kids dad emoji, just to Sawyer.
All right.
Not the poop emoji.
Not the poop emoji, shockingly. I imagine this is from like a pseudo account that like we probably know is like each other, but it does not have Elliot's actual name attached to it.
Oh yeah, I mean the moment you get a message, one of the guards does just turn and look at you. Say anything?
From work. Fine.
And I think Sawyer just kind of looks at the guard and says, "Something wrong?"
I don't like you.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
That's something
Anything
we
in
all agree
particular? Yeah, you and Adeline can bond over that. She's not my biggest fan.
Right. Well, ready to go? Got a lot of work ahead of us.
I'm gonna use the bathroom first. I'm assuming you 2 don't have to stand next to the toilet while I do that.
Picking up right where you left off, huh? Feeling as entitled as ever. Come on.
Roll my eyes and walk away. Shut the door. Fuck. Do I know where this control room is? I'm assuming I've seen it before.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's through a slight maze of security tunnels and systems to get down, but you, with maybe a little bit of memory jogging.
And I know it's guarded. like by like militia. Is that what I would remember?
A lot of automated systems, but of course that was you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know if Sawyer has a plan or not. Can I scan the network here in the house and just see what pops up?
Yeah.
Am I able to do that without like setting off alarms? Can I tell?
They'd probably get notified that you did. Unless you had a like secure terminal to tap in.
Yeah. So trapped. This went sideways so quickly. Okay. Because I'm still wearing my hard suit, and it is a stealth hard suit, so I can turn invisible.
Yeah.
But that doesn't help a ton until we take care of these two guards. I'm gonna stay in here for a few more minutes and see if Sawyer does anything, and if not, then I'll go back out. I'm kind of at a loss because I am kind of stuck in this situation.
All right, Sawyer.
So I have been left with 2 guards. Oh God. It feels so challenging because I think part of Sawyer like wants to take action, but he also is pretty sure once he does it, it's going to potentially at least result in a chain reaction. And he doesn't feel like he's been given the all clear to do that from Adeline yet. So I think like he's just kind of waiting. I think the most he would do maybe is read the room again, particularly in relation to these 2 guards, because we have the one who said he doesn't like me and gave me a look right when I got the ping from Elliot, but I do just kind of want to get the vibes on the room.
Well, I actually need to ask a question of Conroy.
Oh no.
Did the two of you plug in any sort of security system? Are you giving this individual who claims to be Cinna access?
Have we reached a point where that is
Oh, yeah.
accessible?
Or in the undercroft of the manor?
I mean, they're already in our systems.
Not anymore.
Not anymore? Okay.
Cinna has gotten into our systems. The estate has not gotten into our systems, which is, I think, where Elliot's hangup is that they have
Okay.
not sort of opened that can of worms specifically.
Gotcha. Okay.
But Elliot has not done any sort of like, or Sawyer has not done any sort of ping back to Elliot, correct? Do you have red receipts turned on?
Probably. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I think knowing that Sawyer has seen this and either will not or cannot respond, they like, I mean, I think we gotta go in.
Yeah. I think you're right.
All right. I don't know what this will. I'll try to do it quietly, but they're good at this. They might see us dropping in, so do what you need to do before, plug into the loose Ethernet cord or whatever.
The OmniNet is just kind of this ever-present flow of data that runs through pretty much everything.
I'm hacking into the VPN, or
All right.
But I'll give Conroy a second if there's anything that you need to do or anything that you want to prep before we sort of like make first contact, I guess.
Or all hell breaks loose.
Yeah, right? Like, I don't know if there's anything that you can or would do. But
Not really. This mech is purely for messing stuff up.
It's beef.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
is
mean,
built
if you're
for DACA.
yeah, I mean, if Conroy has no objections and is ready, yeah, they're gonna beef into the network, and if Cinna gets in, Cinna gets in. But they're going first and foremost. Elliot's going for cams, as always.
Okay. I need you to roll your hack fix twice and take the lower result.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's fine.
The individual claiming to be Cinna got 14.
Do I don't know that I get any sort of accuracy for this. Let me
Okay, there's a 19 on the first one.
throw these out.
Again, it hits the 3 and just hovers and then falls over. Yeah.
What, like
There's
it's hard?
a brief second where your systems are just ready to go red alert because there is just nothing but an inferno of a firewall. No alarms. No turrets that pop out of the walls to fry you. Seems silent. Then the voice again pops in. Alright, I think we're good. Once again, I'm piggybacking off your system, so if you blow your mech up, I lose access.
I'll see what I can do.
Wait. I'm gonna do some snooping. Have fun.
Don't get us found out.
No response.
I'm looking for Adeline. I'm in the cams, I'm in the walls. I'm in your yard climbing trees as we speak. I'm looking
As
for
you are
Adeline.
just going from room to room of the probably like 120 room mansion, Sawyer get a message that's so encrypted that your own systems don't pick it up. Just happen to notice that there is just this line of code now just streaming across the bottom of your screen. It's a slow means of communication, but it looks like an order. Looks like it was given to the militia in the house, and it is, once Adeline is ready, to kill the mercenary. At the end of it, it just says, "Don't let her die." And then that's it. No Fame Pod, thank you so much for the raid. Hi, everybody. We are in the midst of a
Wonderful timing.
very tense situation.
What do you mean? Everything's fine and it's going great and we're totally doing awesome. Nothing
We,
is wrong.
Yeah.
Adeline here snuck into, or well, tricked her way into her family home, the family that wants her dead, and apparently was really hoping for her to come home so that they could do something awful. And now we're trapped and split. Always split the party.
Always
Wait.
with the party.
Always. Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for the and welcome. All right, Sawyer. Given this information, what would you like to do?
I think I would like to use the move take someone out on the guard who has made it clear he does not like me.
One of them has moved up a good, 10 feet
Oh,
away.
here we go.
and it is just pounding on the door. Princess, let's go. We're on the clock.
Bat, bat.
I'll have you roll.
Sawyer makes an executive decision.
God.
Sawyer takes one for the team.
That was almost a 17.
That's
Why?
fine.
Oh, that was not optimal.
No,
That was not optimal. That was not optimal at all. It's fine. It's fine. It's not fine.
Do I
Use the dice, man.
Push
Use
it.
our spare dice.
Oh,
You forgot to tell me to lock on.
You could also push it.
but
Ooh.
can't push it. That would make it risky. And I believe it
This
adds...
isn't.
Ain't it already?
Does risky add a difficulty by itself? Also, thank you for the villain point. I'll put it to use immediately.
Oh no.
I
Oh,
need you. I
Jesus.
need you.
Oh.
Think about the consequences of your actions.
what you just
William. William.
When will you learn? That your actions have consequences.
I'm gonna fight you.
Risky roll has clear and obvious complications, even on a success. The GM might set the roll as risky, even if pilot manages to and they're likely to have I'm sneaking out. When rolling a risky skill check, a character always suffers consequences on any result under a 20.
Oh.
So you can re-roll it, but you need a 20.
You bet.
I'm just going to
You know-
accept where things are at this point because I feel like that's gonna make things so much worse.
I
Right.
mean,
What is your weapon of choice in this moment?
It's a gun.
nice. What?
There's just that moment where time slows down. You pull the firearm, ready to just level it at this individual. It's just even as you're starting to move, has already started to turn their own firearm, just leveled at you, and is gonna pull the trigger.
Please tell me you're wearing your hard suit.
Cool.
Hearing this, I would like to
Cool.
do something as well, but I'll wait till this resolves.
Cool.
18 to hit you.
Can we use our negative,
I get it.
or does it
Absolutely
have to
can.
be in? Does it have to be in? I mean, I guess we're already in combat at this point.
Absolutely can.
Yeah.
I'm
Let's.
just,
Shall we?
I'm
Shall
just
we?
putting that- I'm just putting that
Let's
out there.
go for go
It's
for
yours to
broke.
use if you want it.
Yeah.
Just
Go
don't
for
use a
broke.
positive one. It's okay. We just can't use a positive one until we get this
Okay.
virus.
There is absolutely no positivity.
No
The-
positivity.
There is no positivity. This is not positive.
Negative Nellies only.
The shot echoes out as the two of you just pulling your firearms, both getting into defensive stances. Both of your shots just hit the floor or the wall. Adeline, you hear this gunshot go off.
Yeah. Somebody's banging on the door. So I'm gonna pull my firearm and fire through the door. Then jump into the bathtub.
That's
Or-
a choice.
so-
Okay.
Are you done yet?
Please do. Roll it up.
I throw life in here.
I'm
Why they
looking at
call
my
it-
triggers for this. Act unseen or unheard, doing something without detection.
So this would just be a basic attack.
You're firing the
With
gun.
your
Do I
medium
not get a?
signature.
Do I get act unseen or unheard or no?
I'll add the trigger to the attack, sure.
Okay, awesome.
It's mildly
so this'll be-
unsuspected.
Will be plus
Why
2.
do they call it the restroom when I'm fighting for my life?
Oh. Every roll you
22.
do just hits a 2 or a 1, and it just hangs and then flips.
I don't think I've rolled below a 20 tonight yet,
Nope.
and I'm very nervous.
For the viewers at home, that is a dirty 20.
There we go. Now, the stream can see the dice rolls.
Delicious.
As, yeah, your shots just empty into the door. This was your medium signature, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So that is 2 kinetic damage. and it does just throw him back in surprise. You dive into the tub as that door gets lit with automatic fire.
It's lit.
Technically, that is the first round of combat. Second round, you all get to choose who goes first.
Jambo.
Oh, I only fired. We get. Okay, I don't usually go as pilots. Do you only get a quick action, or do you
No,
get a
you would
full
have another
action?
quick action.
I'm going to quick action activate my stealth hard suit. I turn
Really?
invisible.
Or invisible. Who wants to go first? Top of round 2.
You're in more danger. You're welcome to go first.
Why not? Why not? This is going well. This is going so well. Would this still count as take someone out, since it's not going to be quietly, but it could be quickly?
This is just a straight attack roll now.
Okay.
You have positive boon dice that you can spend.
Nope. I'm just gonna roll a d20 and we're gonna see what happens.
For it.
It's not gonna go great because the dice do not love me.
But it would add your grit, but even that would not be enough to get past his hard suit.
Nope.
Oh, then the 9 last time would have been plus grit as well. Would have been 12. Would that have made a difference?
It would have, yeah.
Oh yeah, we use her.
Okay.
Better grit.
That would have been up to an 11.
Absolutely, yeah. That would definitely hit. What's your weapon?
Hope so.
What is my weapon? That's a great question. I know all of my other guns. It looks like it does 4 damage.
Ah.
Because it's a heavy,
Heavy signature? Oh my god.
Yeah.
So you pulled out a sniper rifle.
Yeah.
You pulled out an AK in the hallway.
You just
There's no kill like overkill.
It's fine. It's fine.
point blanked with like a grenade launcher.
There is no such thing as
I-
too much DACA.
The
Come
full
on
I
now.
like guns.
What did we expect?
We'll call
I
it
am
a heavy
highly
rifle.
disappointed. I am highly disappointed in the security of this place.
We'll call it a heavy rifle.
Y'all
Then-
said he was a mercenary.
Exactly. What did you
What's the shop
expect?
for?
Well, you have another quick action. This shot did go wide.
Is there anything I could use as cover, even soft cover?
It is a wide open hallway.
Like a decorative vase. Or like
Become a tree. Whatever it might be.
blend into the family portraiture that is hung upon the wall.
Use something that could allow me to no. I will. Okay, no.
Nice burn.
I would actually like, if I can use this as a second action, to argue to use take control and
Okay.
to use violence to try and intimidate this guy to back the fuck down.
Absolutely.
Since, as we pointed out, I did just pull out a ridiculously intense weapon and I did shoot him with it. Even if the second time didn't work.
That you did.
So, let's see what the dice gods say to this. The dice gods hate me so much.
Dice gods don't take well to a traitor.
Yeah.
They don't.
As you
They
were
don't.
just pointing him down with the rifle.
Plus grit.
Just
Good. It's a 10. Add grid.
Put some grit on it.
I mean, we were lucky that my Pegasus actually appeared this time, because I haven't been running it with a single system for the last 2 sessions, because it has not transferred over.
I'll say at least for the moment, the one that you're staring down is just in a standoff. Just locked eyes. Just kind of waiting for the moment to take an opportunity to get a shot on you. But the one that just blasted open the door is going to turn down the hall where you're standing, and he will open fire.
Cool.
Total of a 19. Yeah. That's going to be 2 kinetic.
That'll hit.
And he's going to turn to the door that's just been torn to shreds and just boot his way. And then just look around because Adeline is invisible. Back to you.
Oh, it's to me. Fuck. How large is this bathroom? We're rich, so I'm guessing it's pretty large.
I would guess like 20 by 20.
Got a claw foot, you're good.
Could I get around him into the room?
He's in
Like,
the
out
door
of-
frame.
Cool. Cool. And like, I shot him, but he doesn't look like super injured, right? Like, this is gonna be a long fight.
Probably not a fight that you're going to win, considering that a high-powered rifle just went off in the hallway, and reinforcements aren't too far behind. It's either a fight you need to end quickly, or you need to get away.
Yeah. I need him. Is there a closet in here or something on the opposite side of the room from me? Some place that would be like an obvious hiding spot?
That would make sense to me.
Okay. I would like to pull like a button off of one of my pouches or my suit or something, and it's invisible because it's part of my suit, and just throw it at the other side of the room.
Would you make a check, please?
What's the check to throw a button at the linen closet?
Act unseen or unheard.
First.
Works for me.
This is awful. Plus grit.
That's probably the lowest roll you've had, but still, just that button hits and then kind of skitters. At the very least, he'd turn. Weapon, at his side. It doesn't seem like he wants to kill you. Take one cautious step, another. Better come out. It's gonna be so much worse for you.
I'm just going to hide. I'm going to wait until my next turn. Hopefully he comes further in, and I'm gonna book it for the door.
Alright. I'm actually gonna jump down to Elliot and Conroy, as there would now be a silent, localized alarm brought to the Undercroft. Unsure of what set it off, two of you are now hearing echoed steps that are just absolutely filling these maze of halls down here. People are on the move.
Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn do we have eyes? Well, I mean, we're not gonna have eyes on Adeline at this point, on account of the invisibility thing. Could we, at this point, have we gotten eyes on Sawyer or Noah?
You're unsure of where Noah is, but at the moment you're about 8 or 9 floors away from Adeline.
Okay. If we're in the system, is there a way that Elliot could hack into any sort of like security system cameras, etc.? I don't know if we're central enough to like deploy our Trojan horse. But getting eyes on where the other folks are might be.
How about just a 50-50 roll? D6 on a 4, 5, or 6. We'll say that yes, you managed to catch sight of this fight.
Just a straight D6?
50-50.
Okay.
Unless you'd like to spend one of your positive dice.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
As you're about to give up with this alarm going off, you hit the button one last time and it flips cameras, and you are staring at Sawyer in the hallway getting in a gunfight.
Holy okay. Okay. We need to they'll just like send like that like window or whatever, just send it over to Conra's little HUD. Like, okay, we need to get in and get out. Do I have a copy of this virus on board mine, or is the only copy inside Poppy?
That's a question for
That-
you to tell me.
Surely we didn't go in without a backup plan, right? Our plans
You
always
you
go
would think
sideways.
is the thing.
Yeah, we would think.
Oh,
We would
yeah.
think.
Would we
Hey,
think?
At
Yeah,
some
I
point,
would
you
think
think
if we
we went
think,
into a gunfight this early.
Can we use the flashback move at this point?
we brought a grenade launcher to a virus fight, so
Yeah.
I think at this point Elliot's prime directive is either get to Adeline. We can't find Adeline. Get to some point where we could deploy, even if it's just like the previous version, whatever backup version of this was on Elliot's system, that they were working on together. Like, we need to get something in there.
Are you letting
If we-
Sawyer and Adeline know that you're in, that you have eyes on them, that you can contact them?
I mean, I sent Sawyer an emoji. He has not responded.
Yeah.
I
It
sent
seems
you
they
my
were a
email.
little
Please
busy.
respond. I think I'll ping Sawyer, and it's the squirt gun emoji. Trying to convey in like as few incriminating words as possible that like I got you. I see what's going on. You,
Sawyer is aware of the situation.
you get the squirt gun emoji, the no, like the none emoji, the eye emoji, and then the crown emoji. And that's it. Does that
Conroy,
make sense?
That makes sense to me.
Is that right? Like, I see.
Anything, Conroy?
What in the hell has this mission degraded into?
Literally no idea,
It's not
my
a
good
trap.
dude.
Whatever. We need to get to some kind of secure terminal. Get something uploaded.
I can get something in there. We got to get to somewhere where we can upload something. We got to get them out of here. Sawyer
Gotta
brought
move.
out. Sawyer brought out. Okay, all right. We got. All right. Got the muscle and the glasses, trying to find literally any sort of computer. I guess like a hard line into the system, even if we can't make it up to that central system, like some sort of hardwired something.
any further digging in just any subsystem that you could get to is probably going to alert them that someone's down here.
I mean, as far as we know, they already know, right?
Could be. You'd guarantee it.
I think. I mean, we gotta, don't we?
Yeah.
We gotta do it and then GTFO, I suppose.
Okay.
Or at least GTF somewhere else into the building.
Yeah.
Go big and get that.
See another hack fix. Again, rolling twice, taking the lower.
Okay. No Amy's, no Amy's, no Amy's, no Amy. What is that? It landed on the point. Oh.
9.
Oh, plus grid is 2.
That's not gonna get you through the system,
Oh.
but it's not
Ah.
low enough that it's gonna trip.
Are we in combat, Conroy and I, in a sense that we could use like combat stuff? Because I believe I can ask my NHP for help.
For reroll? Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Would you want then both of those rerolled or just
Yeah.
one reroll? Okay. Let me find my buttons again.
Start. Not ideal.
And I have to take the second no matter what it is.
Oh boy.
That is unfortunately going to be low enough. That's there. An alert does go out in the subsystem.
Everything's fine.
Top
That's
of
fine.
round 3.
By the way, do I hear gunshots going off?
Absolutely.
Then I am heading in that direction. And if anything, if people that, the militia that I don't recognize get in the way, then I'll deal with them.
Right. At the top of round 3. There'd be this hum and then clicking as the comm throughout the house would go off. Hear your father's voice. Enough of this game. I don't know what you're playing at. This isn't the way to go about it. It's time to cooperate. It's time to help out your family. Order would go out. Ceasefire. The moment. The elevators are open for you. Take them down. Something I'd like to show you. Gunman that's just having a stare off Sawyer. Kind of looks up the hall for his companion. Back at you. Look at that. We're all friends again. One that's kind of standing there in the bathroom. Alright, Princess. You're the boss. Let's go.
It's, I would know that like staff elevators that are out of the way would not go down where we need to go, right? I don't know that my friends are here,
See you.
but oh, I was just say, but I don't want to die, so I will get up out of the tub. And once I'm out of the tub and looking presentable, I will drop invisibility, my hard suit. But I will toss a towel to the guy that I shot, who is bleeding.
He's not heartless.
Great towel.
The world out there. You gotta know where your towel is.
Just steps aside. Absolutely layering you down. Let you pass.
I will pass. And I'm not stopping. Like, I'm not looking at anybody. I walk past him. I walk past Sawyer. Walk past the other guy.
Oh, Sawyer follows after you.
Two of you make it.
And I think he says, kind of to put on a show, or at least that is how it seems. Oh, Princess, I'm going with you. Seems I'm considered a little more expendable than I expected, but they want you alive. Figure if I'm standing next to you, it's the safest place I can be right now.
I look Sawyer up and down and I lean towards the guy who was having a shootout with. You really need to work on your aim. I will turn around and walk towards the elevator.
Well, for the moment, jump down and ask Elliot. You know that you've triggered an alarm. That a gunfight has already broken out.
I think we need to haul ass. Find something.
We can't. We've already opened the floodgates. We have to get it in there.
Agreed.
Heck. I think. I mean, can we keep, to the best of our abilities, keep a. I don't know how far we are into the building. Are we are we within eyesight of our exit, or are we're too far in?
You're a good 20 minutes through a maze.
Great. Super. Yeah, we have to get the virus in there.
Yeah.
We destroy the system, those turrets, everything's affected.
Yeah, we can't. We've come this far. We can't leave before we've done the one thing we were supposed to do. So Elliot's just gonna keep hammering at it, and trying to knock through those firewalls and get in there.
Yeah.
At this point, screw the alarms. If people know where we're at, they know where we're at. That is gone at this point.
Yeah. Oh,
They're
by the way,
slashing.
for clarity, when Conrad said let's haul ass, he didn't mean retreat. He meant haul ass to the friends or to our goal.
All right. Hell yeah. If we can move and do this, like Elliot is game to go in. I don't know how hardwired they would need to be to try to get this virus in.
Need to get to the central console. Anything else in the system can shut itself down.
Yeah, then we're hauling ass.
The entire rebellion counts on you getting it there.
Yeah, okay, we're in. All right, let's go.
No pressure.
Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. We're gonna do it, and we're gonna go out for ice cream afterwards. It's fine. Let's go.
As two of you enter the elevator, unbeknownst to your friend's actions, it is a long, quiet ride. Security console, back of the door, clicks to life. See your father sitting there.
As soon as I see him, can you tell me why your mercenaries started shooting up the room I was in?
Just looks over. Mother just goes up and steps beside him. It's so much more difficult to be.
I was in the bathroom.
Your friends do.
What friends?
It's not what I wanted to hear. Ask you one more time. Who else is in my house?
The only people who came here with me were this asshole and Noah.
He'll kind of wheel the chair back a little bit, some distance between him and the other. Reach into his lap, pull out a handgun. Who else is in my house?
Told you I don't know.
Bang. The feed goes down. With Elliot, Conroy sprinting through the tunnels, any sign of a control room, anything that they can try to hack into, try to get past. Adeline and Sawyer trapped in a little metal box, slowly descending towards the basement, the Undercroft. Noah, where are you?
I'm heading towards the security office. I'm sure that there is one. Walking very calmly, like a normal person. I've got the Opal on, so I'm listening to the chatter.
In the Undercroft of the city? Or the city of the manor?
Yeah, just basically through the staff halls. And when I'm not being seen, I deploy my personal drone to basically and tell it to head towards Kamatachi, so I can actually keep an eye on our mechs.
Over the opal that was given to you by Naomi. Hear it click on. Hear Naomi's voice. Get your weapons out of my kitchen. I don't know where, but Noah was his name. I don't know where all of my staff is at any time. Get out now. No, I don't. No, please don't. You already made a break for it. It's gone. The moment that sent him back to staff quarters, he ran. Sure, he's long since gone, making his way out of the city by now. Are you happy? You'd also hear gunfire before it goes.
Yep. That's
As the five of us all converge our own paths, that is unfortunately where we're gonna have to pick. I just want to say, I hate Adeline's father so much.
So do we all.
We all.
I mean, that's how you know you wrote a good villain, but
Yep. I know that feel.
I'm so close to arson I can taste it.
All right.
All in due time.
So, thank you all so much for being here, for supporting us. We literally can't do this without the amazing people we have. So, from the bottom of my heart and everyone at the Lost Caravan, we heckin' love. Thank you to No Fame Pod for the raid. Are amazing. Shout out. Todd, I can spell. There you go. Go check them out. I mean, everyone, all the people that we get to play alongside are amazing. I'll go check out your ism. But also, Singularity Roleplay, thank you. Well, I can love you. Hack, you're amazing. Everyone else that came along, y'all are the best. But I want to give my wonderful players one more chance to tell you who they are, and if you're working on any projects people can check out, where they can find it. We'll again do clockwise, starting from me, starting with Anna.
That's me, and I'm okay emotionally. But yeah, I'm Anna, aka Archival Dust Bunny most places on the internet, queer and trans advocate, museum worker, TTRPG streamer, and podcaster. You can find me on Twitter, most other social media, at Archival Dust Bun or Archival Dust Bunny, depending on how many letters they let me put in my name. As far as where to find me, Tuesday nights you can find me over on Black Feather Guild with Champions of the Fae Season 2, our Feywild campaign. We're diving deeper into the politics of the Feywild. We have pissed off some demon lords and are trying to protect the Summer Court from a siege. Things hit the fan. It's going great. It's a great time to jump in. Wednesday nights you can find me over on Valdrin's channel with Morphs in the Swamp, Season 2, our Animorphs Blades in the Dark campaign. We are finally back with our wonderful cast, wonderful characters. We're just one episode into Season 2, so you have plenty of time to catch up before Wednesday and watch this amazing, very traumatic story play out about child soldiers who can turn into animals to fight aliens. Every other Saturday, you can find me over on Dexter 19's channel with Dragon Riders of Aome, our quest actual play, following a bunch of young Dragon Riders as they have to save the world with their dragons, because it's always on the teens to save the world. It's equal parts wholesome and adventurous, and that show is barreling towards its finale as well. Again, it's a great time to jump in if you like those sorts of stories. Once a month, check out U-Force Inheritance over on Thorny Dryad's channel, our Masks actual play. We have an amazing cast, both of players and of characters. If you enjoy drama and teen romance with your young superheroes, we have maybe 5 or 6 episodes on demand. Check that out. We'll be back with that next month. Then, of course, if you like Lancer, if you're watching tonight, you probably do. You can find me on Response Team Omnicron, Lancer actual play podcast, following a PR team who unexpectedly ends up on the front lines. We have roleplay focused characters, narrative first mech combat, sci-fi feels. We've been described as if Battlestar Galactica had its own red versus blue, and we have passed 5,000 downloads earlier this month. We are very happy about that. So if you have not listened to us yet, go and check that out. You can find us anywhere you normally get your podcast, and on Twitter at RT Omnicron. And then also keep an eye out for Emergent Code, an upcoming Digimon Tamers and Digimon Survive inspired Animon Story podcast. We are wrapping up casting for that with what is shaping up to be an amazing cast. We'll have more news on that soon. You can find us on Twitter at Emergent Code Pod.
So much cool stuff. Go check out all of it. It all sounds amazing. I I'm fine. I'm not emotionally distressed at all either. JD.
I am also fine and not emotionally distressed, and this has not been like one of 7 really emotionally intense games that I've played in like the last 2 weeks. It's fine. Speaking of intense games, tomorrow I will be with RPGs Uncovered for Season 4, where we are doing our demo play of Cyber Rats. We have next of kin letters. We are doing the hardest mission. There is a really good chance someone's going to die and it's going to be sad, but it's fine. So you can find me there every Saturday for the rest of this month and next month. You can also find me with Live from the Apocalypse every other Tuesday for Class Reunion, our D&D homebrew game about a group of 4 high school students who have been trapped in a fantasy world for the past 10 years. It is also going in very intense directions. There are lots of emotions. There is lots of drama. It is a good time. If you want more drama, you can both watch our live recording of and listen to our Masks Actual Play podcast, Academy H, where so many awful things are happening constantly, and we love and hate to see it. That is every other Sunday. And then you can find me every Monday with Tales from the Table Studios for our SCP Foundation game, A Crumbling Foundation, where again, nothing bad is happening to anyone. I'm totally not being pulled back into my character's worst traumatic moment ever as soon as we start our next mission. It's fine. Everything is good. And yeah, I think that is all I can announce for now. But perhaps the next time we return to these characters and this very intense moment in our story, I will get to share some other exciting things that are coming right up on the horizon.
Yeah.
All right. That is it.
Love to see it. Jason.
I'm the otter poet, writer, game designer, and general curmudgeon. Not this Saturday, but the next, you can find me at TTRP Theater with Impossible Landscapes, Delta Green, seen the yellow sign. Tuesday after that, we are going to be doing a Island of the Dead, Cult Divinity Lost, kind of Lost meets the Green Inferno. So, if you like horror, please tune in.
Sounds amazing. Over to Kit. Speaking of chaos.
It is my middle name. Hi, I'm Kit. You can find me most places on the internet at Kit Roll or on Twitter at Kit Roll Cause. Same way I think it's up here. I will be back on this channel the next couple of Wednesdays, it looks like, which is a weird day for me, but that'll be fun. If you want some intense emotional stuff, come join us on the 15th for some Apocalypse Keys. The last time we played this game, everyone cried.
Not just
but
cried, but we bawled on stream. Everybody.
We opened 2023 weeping openly on stream, and I stand by that. It was an excellent game, and we're going to be back for some more, and everything is going to be fine, and nobody is going to have emotions. Then the next week, we will be playing some Triangle Agency, also here, also on Wednesday for some reason. Then next month, I believe on the 20th, we will be back with some more Alien, DM'd by the lovely Meg. And then in upcoming news that I can't talk about yet, there will be other things. So hang on to Twitter, Instagram, etc., and you will hear about those things as they are announced. Yeah.
Beautiful. And Steve.
Hey, I'm doing just fine. Everything's awesome.
Everything is awesome when you're part of it.
Everything is awesome when you're in the middle of what was it? Self-gaslighting?
I diagnose you with self-gaslight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm Steve. I pop up here every now and again because playing with my friends here gives me immense amounts of joy and serotonin. You can find me on Steve Schwa 91. I don't really do much on there, but I do occasionally brain dump things on there. I'm slightly more Coherent on TikTok, where I am going through some of the Pathfinder Second Edition classes and how those who are familiar with D&D Fifth Edition might, get into the swing of things in case they're considering switching teams. Um, I'm also going to be here next week, Thursday, for a very interesting one shot where I'm going to be playing a level 20 devil worshipping vampire champion.
That high level play Pathfinder.
It's gonna be nice to be level 20 again. I haven't done that since one of the older games, but I'm having fun and I look forward to that.
All
You
right.
have numbers.
Of course, I've been Andrew, your games master for the evening, and for most things around here, if you like what we do, you can always join us. We do casting calls each and every month for one-shot mini-series, and starting in March, we do have 2 long-running campaigns that will be starting up. That is Fabula Ultima and Avatar Legends. So excited for both of those games. They are going to be epic. I miss having a long-running campaign. Like, I love miniseries, I love doing one-shots, but there's just something about knowing, like, you have, 30 more episodes of this to go. Go wild. But yeah, you can join our Discord. Link is down below the bagel button. This is Discord. It's where we post all things like casting calls, schedules, cat pictures, generally hang out and be giant. Well, our friends over at Magi RPG are currently live, so I'm going to throw a raid over to them. And while we decompress and talk about our feelings, I just want to tell everyone, be good people, do good things, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.